We talked to Coach White about this on Offsides, which is our morning show. Don't forget to tune into that every Friday morning at 9 o'clock.
10.
We'll be starting at 10 o'clock on the 4th of September, correct?
Yep.
So we did talk about some of the obstacles that this team has, and basically the biggest one that he talked about, Troy, was numbers.
Yeah.
Definitely talked about numbers. We're at about 930 enrollment. He's got. We're playing against teams that are 1,500 enrollment, and it really puts your team at a deficit.
It does, because you don't think about this. 600 more kids to choose from to fill the football team.
Yeah,
that's gigantic numbers. And
yeah.
Most of these teams are in that upper tier where we're a couple students away from dropping down to a lower class in 4A. But looking at tonight, Pampa's returning 17 seniors, and we've got 11 starters returning. Most of those are on offense, but we'll see how they make up the difference tonight. They just had the coin flip,
and it looks like Caprock has won the coin toss. So I didn't see exactly, but they'll probably kick. Most teams kick.
Yeah.
Majority of teams kick, but some of these teams nowadays are saying, hey, we want the ball.
Yeah, I know.
So it'll be interesting to see. Tonight, it's a beautiful night for football here, as it's still a little warm. We've had a big heat wave come through the Texas Panhandle. If you're not familiar with that, it's been hot, but today we've had a little bit of a relief off of the 100-degree weather that we've been having.
Don't worry, it'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah, that's true.
Tomorrow in the next 5 days.
Yep, big wind coming out of the south. So that's been that'll play a little bit into this. It looks like the wind will die a little bit according to the weather forecast. So throwing the ball into the wind will be a little bit of a
Hey,
a little bit. Yeah.
Mason, we're live?
Yeah, we got to rerun the intro.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, we do?
We
Okay.
got about 3 minutes. Anybody have a on-field temperature? Do we know what we're looking at?
I don't know. Oh, so we're on Facebook now?
Yeah.
We're on radio now.
We're on radio. Okay, good. Hey, you're going to have to bear with us, folks, because we've got three forms of media we're trying to track here. We've got radio going on, we've got live going on, and we've also got the Pampa Harvester network going on. So it's one of those. We're trying to keep up with three modes of media here. It's complicated enough for me and Troy to keep up with one. We're not the most intelligent people in the world.
And not get off topic.
Yes, that's true.
Caprock just run back on the field, and now here's the Pampa Harvesters.
Okay. All righty.
Welcome to the Harvester Sports Network on your sports authority on KRXZ 103.3. Listen anywhere on the Pampa Radio app. Today's game broadcast sponsors include Brandon Sellers State Farm Insurance, Back to Activity Physical Therapy, Pampa Animal Hospital, Elite Eye Care, Insurica, Rick J. Harris Law Firm, Pampa Quick Wash, Vallarta's Mexican Bar and Grill, 1930 Pizzeria, Extra Auto Center, McGavick Auto Group, Resound Networks, and the Pampa Football Booster Club. And tonight's legacy sponsors, Hall's Heating and Air and Larry Baker Plumbing, Heating and Air. And now here's your mildly entertaining hosts of Offsides, Mike Mitchell and Troy Schwiegerath.
Go live.
Well, again, we want to welcome you out to Zach Thomas Stadium here in Pampa, Texas. We're going to get this down one way or the other we'll have this down just about the last game of the season, where we're pretty smooth on this.
Thank God we have the sound engineers in here with us.
Yeah. They know which buttons to press and which things,
including ours. Right?
We're not really that technological.
We're from the old days.
Yep, the Pampa Harvesters come out in their green tops, their white bottoms, and white helmets as we're getting ready for the national anthem. So we're going to take a quick break for the national anthem, and we'll be back after the national anthem.
And this Harvester field goal brought to you. This Harvester Sports Network broadcast is made possible by Pampa Radio and its affiliates. Thank you for tuning in and supporting your Pampa Harvesters. This Harvester Sports Network broadcast is made possible by Pampa Radio and its affiliates. Thank you for tuning in and supporting your Pampa Harvesters. This Harvester Sports Network broadcast is made possible by Pampa Radio and its affiliates. Thank you for tuning in and supporting your Pampa Harvesters.
We're back at Zach Thomas Stadium as the Pampa Harvesters ready to do battle with the Caprock Longhorns. And Troy, this should be a fun game tonight as the Harvesters looking to improve on their one-win season last year. But when we were talking to Coach White, we lost 5-6 games within one score last year.
Within one score, yeah.
Yep. So,
and this game in particular, we had a chance to win this game last year against them. They had 3 wins last year, and one of them was against us, and we probably should have won that game.
Yep, for sure. So looking for improvement this year is the Pampa Harvesters ready to take the field. Again, they are in their green tops, their white bottoms, and white helmets as Caprock has come out in their all white with their copper-looking helmets. So this ought to be a fun one. Getting ready to go for that. Wind at about, I would say, maybe 10 miles an hour out of the south. Not too big of a force. So that's going to be good as Pampa will kick off from their own 40-yard line as they get ready to let this thing go. As
Byron Montalego is going to be the kicker today.
Yeah.
He's teeing it up.
So
right
Byron
now
is teeing that thing up at the 40. As Caprock back ready to receive at about the 10-yard line. They've got a dual receivers back at the 10.
Adrian Apodaca, and I'm trying to catch the number on that kid back there.
So Apodaca is number 7.
It looked like I'm 1.
And
Taylon Lewis.
it looks like Taylon Lewis standing on the right side as they'll let it fly. And our season is underway.
Great
and a nice kick into the end zone. Good job.
Good start for the
That's something we didn't
Harvesters.
see a lot of last year already. That's already an improvement on the first play.
Yep.
So
That's
nice job as the kickoff sponsored by Insurica.
Folks, if you're not watching, he kicked it in the end zone. We
It was a
did not
great
have
kick.
that capability last year.
Yep. So the Insurica kickoff was very successful. So that's gonna put the ball out at the 25-yard line, and here we go as Pampa's going to line up in a 4-man front, it looks like, on defense as they're going to get ready to go here. It looks like KT Medlock is going to be the quarterback, standing in the shotgun formation, standing back on the 20 as he'll call the signals. He's going to drop back, throw a little screen to the outside, and he's going to be tackled immediately as that screen went out to Joe Carrasco, and Carrasco barely had time to catch that before he was dropped.
Mason Mitchell on an awesome tackle. Fled out to the flat and made a tackle for a 1-yard loss.
So, first defensive play of the year, and Pampa's set to go as they'll line it up again. At a loss, it's going to be on the 19-yard line as KT Medlock calls the signal, sends a man in motion. They're going to hand off up the middle, and here's a carry for about 6 yards, maybe 7 yards. And that's going to put the ball out at about the 33-yard line. As again, that goes to Carrasco across the right side. And basically, that was just a trap play right side.
That was a simple trap on the right side. Had a pretty big hole. Lucky they stopped that at 6 yards.
They've got some pretty big boys up there on the offensive line. I'll tell you what, Pampa's going to have their handful tonight. So it's going to be a short third down here as they'll hand off again to Carrasco. Right side, and he's hit immediately.
Nice.
He's hit immediately on the football. Fumbled and picked up. And they're going to say he hit the ground. They say he hit the ground, but that was a great defensive effort there by the defense. There was a swarm of Pampa Harvesters all over Carrasco. He had nowhere to go on that left side and was dropped. So the very first defensive series for the Pampa Harvesters is a 3-and-out.
Mason Mitchell came in on that second tackle of the night, caused that fumble.
So the Pampa Animal Hospital 4th down. Kick is going to be underway as they'll be standing back on the 20 to let this fly. As the kick is away, and
short,
it's going
wobbly.
to hit down at the 40, but take a big Caprock bounce down to about we'll call it the 24-yard line of the Harvesters, and that's where we'll start.
Abram Coda picked up the ball for them. If he would have let it, it would have kept rolling another 5 or 6
exactly.
yards. So good job for Coda, saving us 4 yards.
First quarter is sponsored by Rick J. Harris. Want to thank him for his sponsorship of the first quarter of this game as the Pampa Harvesters come out on their very first defensive series and hold the Caprock Longhorns to a 3-and-out. So let's see if the offense can pick this up as they'll come out on the 24-yard line, it looks like, as it's going to be Phoenix Lopez at the quarterback position, standing back in the shotgun formation, 2 to his left. He's on about the 19-yard line, and he'll roll right, surveys the field. He's going to take off with it. He sees a little hole, and he's got some running room. He's at the 30, 35, and all the way out to about the 40. So a first down play there by the Harvesters. This is looking good so far.
That was awesome. Phoenix took the ball, rolled out to the right. Both of receivers recovered and took it upfield for a gain of about 11.
Yep, saw the hole and took up, and they're going to spot that ball at about the 37-yard line. So that's where this next first down play will take place as they'll come back out underneath center, and that's one thing that Coach White does. He'll mix it up between going under center and out of the shotgun as they'll try a blast play up the middle, pushing it forward. Not too bad. They're going to get about 3 yards out to about the 41.
Not good. Did a tush push, got them 3 or 4 yards.
And so that's going to be about a second down now and 7 for the Harvesters. So your first down play there brought to you by Brandon Sellers State Farm as that now puts Pampa into a 2nd and 7 from about the 41. Is that about where they've spotted that? Yeah, about the 41-yard line.
Paxton Daniels and, Gunter Thomas came into the game, receivers.
Underneath center goes Phoenix as he's looking around, and he's going to take off left, a little pitch to the left side,
cover it.
There's going to be about a 4-yard pickup as that pitch goes out to Aiden Hammond, and Aiden Hammond picks up pretty close to first down yardage, but they're still, they spotted it back at about the 45, didn't they? So they're about 3 yards short.
Yeah, he's 3 yards short.
So
that was a good play. He missed the opening, but I'm sure they're jittery being that first game.
Big third down play coming up now for the Pampa Harvesters. The nose of the ball is sitting right on the 45, and they need to get to about the 47 for the first down. 48, we'll call it the 48. Well, got a little miscommunication in the backfield. They'll pitch it right side, and it's not going to go anywhere as Phoenix kind of got caught up on first man through and couldn't get the ball released, and he couldn't get that pitch out. They was lucky to get the pitch out.
Yeah.
And that play was not going to go anywhere from the very first call.
That fullback round into a brick wall.
Yep, that was Hammond again as he had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball, the play was already broken. So
Aiden had to wrestle him for the ball, got it loose, pitched it back, and basically got back to the line of scrimmage.
So we've got a 4th down play coming up here.
And this 4th down brought to you by Pampa Animal Hospital, compassionate, comprehensive care for Pampa's pets.
So the kick is away, and it's going to be fielded at the 20 and brought out to about the 25, and that's going to be it as the that looked like
Number 18.
Yep, number 18.
Enrique Silva.
So Selba will get out to about they're going to mark this ball at about that looks like the 27, 28-yard line.
Nice special
That's what it looks
teams
like.
play. Yep, looks like, 27-yard line.
Enough for another harvester.
Well, we're going to look at here. That wouldn't be a Harvester first down.
No.
That'd be a Caprock first down as KT Medlock lines him up. He's back at the 20, and he flips another screenplay out to the outside, and it's going nowhere again. As
was
Cy LeBlanc wearing number 32 all over that play.
Met him. That's a 4-yard loss.
So that's going to be, you're
Oh,
right.
boy.
They're going to mark. We've got a
Injured
Pampa
player on
Harvester
the field.
down, don't we? As let's try to get you a number
It's Carter.
here.
Carter McLaughlin.
Come
on,
he's trying
Carter,
to get
get
up
up.
and put some
Okay,
pressure on that.
He's
so
walking. Ooh, he's already taped up to the max.
yep. So he's a big old boy,
Yeah,
man.
I would say we need him.
That dude is a big old boy as he limps off the field, putting pressure on that left foot somewhere, either the ankle or the knee. So it's 6:46 now left in the first period of play. We have no score as KT Medlock on his own 22-yard line in the shotgun formation. Carrasco standing to his right, calls the play. As he drops back, looks to throw it. He's going to throw it
Deep.
down the field, and it's going to be
Oh.
incomplete. About a 15-yard pass down around the 40-yard line over.
Gunnar Thomas and Ramiro
Yep.
Baca broke that pass up.
Intended receiver was Apodaca, and Apodaca couldn't reel that in as it was well over his head. So this now is going to bring up a 3rd down situation for Caprock, and it's a long one. It's going to be 3rd down and about 10, as they need to get out to about the 37, 38-yard line for a first down. Metlock standing back on his own 23, calls it out of the shotgun again. They're going to spread the field. They're going to run a reverse around the right side, and there's going to be a
Nice
it's going to be
tackle.
tackled
Very
at the,
good.
The 32-yard line.
21, Carlos
Wow.
Flores.
So
Huge
Flores
play
shot
from the
up.
senior.
Flores shot up out of his safety position and came up and blasted that play out. So nice job by the Pampa defense. It looked like he was going to have some running room there. I was a little worried
he
about
did.
that. But
when he hit that corner, I'm like, oh, no.
So standing back to receive the punt is going to be Caden Newton, as Caprock will punt this ball away from their own 16-yard line. As the kick is away, and it's kind of off the side of his foot. It's going to hit at about the 45 and go out at about the 39-yard line. And that is where the Pampa Harvesters will go back to work on their first down.
Yeah, that was really his second bad punt of the night. Let's hope we continue with those.
That's good enough for another harvester. First down.
So we've got another first down coming this way, as it's going to be right on. They spot that ball right on the 30, we'll call it the 39-yard line.
Yeah. Yeah, the nose is touching it.
So it seems like Pampa had a little bit of success running this to the outside. Let's see what they do here. Come out in a T formation. It's going to be Phoenix standing in the shotgun formation. He'll take the snap, and he's going to hand off right side, and there's some running room up the middle, as that's going to go to
Number
Owens.
6.
And Owens is going to pick up about 5 yards. Nice hole there.
It was a good run.
We'll take 5 or 6 yards in a cloud of dust all day long.
Right.
As
Big hole on the right side, folks. He took it straight up there, pick up a 6.
so this is going to bring up a second down now and 5.
Number 12, Austin Hunt in the game.
So, yep, second down and 5, as Phoenix now will stand back on the 40, calls the play out of the shotgun as he rolls right, surveys the field, and he's going to almost get dropped for a loss, but alertly threw it out of bounds. before he lost about 6 or 7 yards.
Yeah, Caprock is loading the box.
Yep.
They've got 5 down, and the 2 backers are coming up and playing in the box. They're playing 7 in the box. They are expecting run.
Boy, that'd be a nice time for a little tight end pop pass right over the middle.
You remember how many times I've told Coach White about
I got the coaches sitting next to me. Maybe I'll pass them a note here. They're doing a great
Make
job.
a little script, put it up there. Tight end, straight seam.
So this is going to bring up now a 3rd down, and we'll call it a long 4 for the Harvesters. The ball's on their own 45. They need to get to the 49 as they'll pitch it left side, and Hammond's going to bull his way through, and he's not going to get to the first down. He's going to be about a yard short on the 49.
Short, yeah.
So now here's your first call from Floyd White. What's he going to do? Is he going to keep that team in here, or is he going to kick this ball away on a 4th down? So he's going to bring in Gunnar Thomas. So 4th down is brought to you by Pampa Animal Center. So this will be a big 4th down play here as they're going to come in tight. Boy, look at that. They're stacking the box on defense right in the middle. And they're gonna push it forward, and I think he's going to get the first down. Nice job by the Hogs up front, snorting their way through as that brings up another first down for the Pampa Harvesters. So, man, that's the way you do it.
For another Harvester first down.
So another Harvester first down as that's going to be brought to you by Brandon Sellers State Farm. So far, so good for the Harvesters as they pick up another first down. The ball sitting right at midfield. The nose of the ball right on the 50 as they'll come back out for a fresh set of downs. As Phoenix will line them up, send a man in motion to the left, and they'll try a dive play up the middle, and it goes nowhere. Oh, there's a fumble, and Caprock has come up with it, and it wasn't a fumble, it was a strip. And this is going to be a touchdown as number 10, that's Ramirez. Stripped the ball. It looked like to me, I don't know, Troy, it looked like to me he stripped the ball from Phoenix and just ran into the end zone is what it looked like.
We didn't have a very good view because their backs to us, but, yeah, that's exactly what it looked like.
And because it didn't look like anybody ever hit the ground, and so that is a surprise there.
Well, here's one of those things that we talked about last year and now is that
the big mistakes, remember?
Big mistakes.
Yeah,
and I don't know if you classify that as a mistake because sometimes you can't avoid those things.
Well, they're
going for 2.
They stood Phoenix straight up. They've got the swinging gate, and they're going to run in easy for the 2-point conversion as into the end zone is going to be Adrian Apodaca. And that's going to make this score 8-0 in favor of Caprock. And, you know, it seemed like Pampa had control of this game until that happened.
Okay, let's just hope that doesn't stop the momentum because I really feel we were in a good spot. We were moving the ball, and those little mistakes, and that's really going to tell you how the team is this year. Let's see how they respond because it's really going to tell it different.
We're working on the camera issues so they can quit messaging us.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and we're having a little bit camera issues, y'all. So
they're working on that issue right now.
Technicians are working on it as we speak. So hang with us for a little bit. We'll get it right. This is our first show. We knew some things were going to go a little bit awry, but
make sure that you tune in to the app or to 103.3 where you can pick up all the play-by-play action as well, too. If you're struggling with that feed, they should get that corrected. And sometimes that isn't on our end as well, as we're taking a feed from the sports cameras too, so it could be either way. As the Pampa Harvesters now trail by a score of 8-0 with 3:58 left in the first period of play. Back to receive for Pampa is going to be Owens and Newton, as they'll be standing on the 5-yard line. And you talked about that earlier, Troy, how important it is not to let that momentum go because they controlled the first part of that quarter.
They did.
And, man, football is a game of inches, and it's a game of seconds. And that only took a couple of seconds for that to happen to switch that momentum, and that's exactly what happened. So the kick is away. It's going to be fielded and brought out to the 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Out to the 45, 50, and drugged down at the Caprock 45-yard line. is Owens. And Owens, nice job as he faked the reverse, took off down the left side of the field, and picked up big yardage. So that'll get their motors running again.
That's exactly what they needed to get them back in the game. Let's go.
So the Pampa Harvesters will start this drive on the Caprock 45-yard line, and they need to answer with a touchdown of their own right here. As, you know, they're a little slow offensively getting their motor going as far as the plays are concerned, and they're going to have to work on that a little bit. But when they get outside and they get going, they're pretty dangerous.
Yeah, and Caprock stacking the box.
Yeah, they are.
And they from get-go, from the very beginning.
So Phoenix Lopez will pitch the ball right side, and there's not going to be much there as he gets it out to Newton on the right side, and Newton's brought down right at the first down marker. So that's going to bring up a second down now as the Brandon Sellers State Farm first down play does not gain anything there. As let's see if they can get a little more yardage here as bringing in the play.
Gunter.
Is going to be Gunnar Thomas for the Pampa Harvesters. Ball sitting on the right hash mark. It's going to be second down and 10 now as they need to get out to about the 35-yard line for a first down. So they're going to...
Did he just move that ball forward?
Look like he did.
What? Did I miss something? Oh, the first down.
No,
Okay,
it's still first down.
Yeah.
So they'll send Newton in motion, drop back. Lopez wants to throw it and
Nice.
does, and there's a completion to Owens on the left side as Owens came back for the ball.
No, that was Paxton Daniels.
Was that Paxton Daniels?
Paxton Daniels.
I thought that was number 6, but yeah.
He's a sophomore.
Good job there. So first down there for the Harvesters.
Well, Coach said we had guys that can catch the ball this year. That was a huge play.
For another Harvester first down.
So that's going to be a first down for your Harvesters as we're going to be looking at first and 10 with the ball, nose of the ball sitting right on the 40 or on the 35-yard line.
Yep, Gunter brought the play in.
And for those of you that are telling us to turn the camera to the field, they've turned the camera to the field. It's just not working. They're just not getting the feed right now, so they're working on it. So, yeah, we're getting a lot of messages that the video is not working as now the play is called, but flags fly, and it looks like that's going to go against the offense, and
illegal
it is.
motion.
So illegal motion against Pampa is going to back that thing up to the 40-yard line. As
Man, that's like we talked about. You can't get those momentum killers.
So it's going to be second down now on 15 for the Harvesters at the Caprock 40-yard line. They need to get all the way out to the 25-yard line for a first down. So Lopez will line him up. He's going to come underneath center this time. They got a split eye formation going on the offense as he calls the signals. He's going to hand off first. No, he's going to keep it around the edge, and he's got some running room, and he's going to be brought down at about, oh, he did pitch that ball. And that's going to be Godinho.
Uh-oh.
And nice pickup there because that is going to be about, I followed the quarterback. He actually pitched it, and Godinho got all the way down to the 27-yard line. So nice job there by the Harvesters. Turning a first down and 15 into a second down and 2, that's a lot better. 1:14 left in the first period of play as Caprock leads at 8-0 on a strip fumble. And now there's another fumble. And I think Caprock may have this ball, and they do. As Phoenix got the ball, started to pull back, and then dropped it, and it looked like there was some miscommunication there on the play. And so, man, here we go. The mistakes are killing Pampa so far this game.
When he went to lay down to cover it up, it squirted out from underneath him to his back.
And that football, that oblong football, you never know where that thing is going. So now 1 minute and 4 seconds left in the first period of play. Caprock up 8-0. And, man, you just feel like Pampa's controlled this game, and they're down by 8 points. They just need to settle down here.
Turnovers.
Defense has played really well. They come out in the 4-3 defense as they'll set up with 4 on the line. Going to squeeze in a linebacker on the right side, and off they go. And here's a handoff right side to Carrasco, and Carrasco's going to pick up maybe 35, 4 yards
Tell-
out to about the 33.
Gunter was in on the tackle.
Good job by Gunter there bringing
He
him down.
swarmed number 77, Sebastian Garduno.
Once he gets going, man, he's tough. He's tough. As
Sebastian's a big dude.
yep, Carrasco, the main hoss for the Caprock Longhorns. He's hard to bring down once he's got a steam behind him. Second down now, they're going to hand off right side again, and this play is going to go absolutely nowhere as they try to push it up the middle. Nothing there. Nice job by Pampa. Pampa has played good defense
We
tonight.
have. That's been a really good quarter on defense. Of course, can't have 2 turnovers.
Yep, the 2 turnovers is what's killed Pampa as they trail by 8, and that's going to do it for the first period of play. So we want to thank for the first period of play, as that's going to be Rick J. Harris who sponsors the first period of play. So we want to thank him for sponsoring that. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back shortly.
This Harvester Sports Network broadcast is made possible by Pampa Radio and its affiliates. Thank you for tuning in and supporting your Pampa Harvesters. This Harvester Sports Network broadcast is made possible by Pampa Radio and its affiliates. Thank you for tuning in.
Want to welcome you back to Zach Thomas Stadium. Again, we are having video difficulties, and it's kind of been on both ends here as they're trying to get the cameras synced up right now. As it's going to be Caprock with the ball.
Nice.
They're gonna flip it out right side, and not much there. Maybe a yard. So that's going to bring up a third down now. For Caprock at their own 30, we'll call it 36-yard line. So this is a big defensive stand here
It was. And he was really swarmed tackle.
for the Harvesters,
yeah,
yes.
There was about 4 or 5 Harvesters that were in on that tackle.
So let's see if they can put the stop to Caprock here. No, this is fourth
they
down.
gonna
That's
punt?
right. So they're going to punt. That's right. It
Okay.
is fourth down as the kick is away.
Caden Newton back.
And the ball's going to hit right at the 25-yard line and bounce out at about the 18-yard line. So that's where Pampa's going to take over. Now going into the wind. Not a huge wind out there tonight. Maybe about 10, 12 miles an hour. As,
Little wave in the flags.
yep.
Sun's going down. At least we're good on that side. I always would hate to be the visitor at
Yeah.
our stadium.
Wind tends to go down a little bit when the sun goes down as well.
They
So
got sun in their eyes the
again,
whole
we
time.
want to let you know we are having some video difficulties as the cameras are not syncing up.
Yep. Basically, we know that you're just seeing the scoreboard right now,
Yep.
and you should have a live feed. We're not getting that. What we're doing is looking to get another camera going.
and hopefully we'll have that done around the
So
here shortly.
I apologize. All you're seeing is me and Mike.
Yeah. You could be seeing a lot. You could be seeing a lot better. could be seeing a lot worse.
All right, Pampa's under center.
11-17 now left in the second period of play as Pampa will hand off left side, and it's not going to go anywhere as going to be stuffed right at the line of scrimmage.
Looks like they ran a trap on
19-yard line.
that side. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a little fake pitch and then a trap back to the right side. Didn't go anywhere.
Got
So it's
back
going
to the line of scrimmage.
bring up second down now. Actually, may have lost a yard on that. So, well, the ball's at the 19. So, yeah, it's going to be second and 10. So, let's see if Pampa can get this ball moving into the wind as Austin Hunt now brings in the play for the Harvesters as they will line it up on their own 19-yard line as Lopez will come out underneath center, split eye formation, as he'll roll to his right, see if he can find something, and he'll throw it, and it's going to be complete And nice catch there out to about the 29-yard line.
Madden Campos.
As Campos got hit and rolled forward for another 3 yards, and I think that's going to be enough for a first down.
It
is.
Correct.
So great job there. Another Brandon Sellers first down. As this is going to be a big play here for Pampa as they continue to move this ball down the field. That was a great play there by Phoenix. I mean, he rolled out, surveyed the field, and threw it just when he needed to. So Pampa comes out in a wishbone.
Yeah.
Woo, haven't seen that in a long time as they're going to hand it off first man up through. And, man,
Okay.
Aiden, I think that's going to be –
Almost six,
I think that was Owens bulling his way through there for almost 6 yards.
Yep.
And I love that football. That's old time football, man. That's a wishbone. We're coming at you. You stop us.
And it did, and the pile pushed. Pile gave him an extra 2 or 3 yards.
That's some good old 1980s football right there. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm liking that.
The good old days.
Yeah, back when men were men.
What's the word we used?
Prognosticators,
Yeah.
is that what you're saying? The prognosticators called that one, yeah. So, again, out in the wishbone formation, it worked once. Let's see if they'll run it again. It's going to be Lopez underneath centers. He'll hand off first man through again, and that's only going to pick up maybe a yard. So it is going to bring up third down for the Harvesters. The ball's going to be right at the 38-yard line. They've got to get it out to the 40. Well, about the 39, so it's only going to be 3rd and 1 here.
Yeah, 3rd and 1. Paxton Daniels bringing the play in again. He had a big catch in the first quarter.
So it's going to be Gunnar Thomas bringing the play in for the Harvesters. Again, they trail 8-0, 8:47 left in the first period or in the second period of play, as they're in tight, only one man out, and this tells you we're coming at you. You got to stop us.
Yep.
And they're going to pitch it out left side, and Owens is going to get the ball, and he's going to get a yard. He's actually going to get 2 yards.
First down.
Yep, so that's going to be a first down play there. Kind of, that's a deceptive play because you come in real tight, only one man out there, and you think they're just going to come up the middle, and they pitch it.
Paxton Daniels was split to the sidelines like that, went out and immediately got his block, and he just got hammered on the end when the ball ran around.
Yeah, that's what you get when you're the lead blocker out there,
Yep.
But
Paxton Daniels, sophomore.
So this is going to be a 1st and 10 now for the Harvesters at the 40-yard line.
We got him right where we want him, Mike.
As long as we don't make any more mistakes, we're moving the ball. And now we've got a timeout. So, Troy, you look at the ebb and flow of this game. Pampa came out that first series, moved the ball down. They've controlled the line of scrimmage pretty effectively this whole game, but they did have the one mistake where they stood Phoenix straight up, stripped it from him, and ran back 40 yards for a touchdown.
Yeah,
and that's how Caprock scored.
I hate calling that a mistake, but
Yeah.
Pampa, for the most part, has really been the better team on offense and defense in this first quarter and into the second quarter,
including the throw game. And this is really what's really impressed me is Caprock last year really hurt Pampa with the throw game, and that has not happened tonight at all. They've really only passed the ball one time that I can remember over the middle, and it was incomplete across the middle.
That long throw, that was broke up.
So Pampa defense has done a good job so far, and again, these type of games, it's just a grind them out type of game. You make a mistake, let's go ahead, get the ball down the field, catch up to this thing, and move on down.
Yep.
And that's what they're doing. So good job by the Pampa Harvesters so far in this game. Defense has played tremendous.
They have, and they played great on offense. Believe it or not, we've been moving the ball.
So it's going to be Lopez standing on his own 35-yard line. 8 minutes exactly left in the second period of play as he'll stand on his 35-yard line in the shotgun formation and calls the signals. He's going to hand off left side, and there's a little bit of running room. He breaks a tackle as outside is going to be Newton. Newton broke a tackle and then just got creamed. It looked like he was going to pick up an additional 10 or 12 yards, but the safety came in and just laid one on him.
Elijah Burrow, number 2 from Caprock, put a lick on him.
That was a hard hit, but good, great job staying on his feet.
Yep. And he popped right back up from that lick,
and that's okay. That was a 6-yard carry on a first down, and that's what Pampa needs to do here, you know.
Absolutely.
So the ball now on the 39-yard line of the Harvesters as they slowly move this ball down the field. They come in tight again, single back set formation. They'll send a man in motion, drops back, wants to throw, and he gets sacked. Back at about the 32-yard line. He just had nowhere to go as Phoenix was looking around. He was trying to get it out to the outside to Newton and just didn't have time to get it out to him. Newton hadn't even finished running his route before he was sacked. So that's a big loss there.
That sack was Josiah Darnes, number 76. Took a bow to the crowd.
Yeah.
I thought that was borderline face mask on his part, but obviously they didn't call it. So.
Yeah, there were three or four Longhorns all over him that time. That's going to put the ball back at about the 36-yard line. They've got to get out to the midfield stripe for a first down. So it's going to be third down now and 15. What do you have for a 3rd and 15? As Pampa.
Well, I'll tell you what, they've got Daniels split into the sidelines with no safety help, and there's
they're going to roll out Phoenix. He's going to throw it, and there should be a flag, and there is a flag.
That was absolutely horrific.
Nice job.
Holding by number 5, Daniel Ramirez from Caprock.
Well, he hit the receiver. He hit as they were trying to get it out to the right side to Daniels, and Daniels got leveled long before that ball got there.
Yeah, that kid put his hands on him and didn't let go of him.
And, I mean, the coaching staff down on the ground went crazy. Surely you're going to call this, and they did.
Right. I was like, that was pretty obvious.
It was pretty obvious. If we see it, it's pretty obvious, you know. So
there's a flag. Vallarta Mexican Bar and Grill. Spot the flag. Spot Vallarta Mexican Grill at 855 West Kings Mill.
And Vallarta has some good Mexican food. They really do. They've got some good food.
I love this. That flag has flavor.
Yeah, it does.
At Vallarta.
So great job by the Pampa Harvesters now with another 1st and 10 out at their own 46-yard line. They'll line it up. 6:18 now left in the half as they'll hand it off left side. And there's some running room right side. And you just kind of feel like they're going to break one as to the right side was Owens. And Owens picking his way through there does a pretty good job. Again, that's another 5 yards, maybe 6.
Great blocking on the behalf of Pampa. Man, they put that right up the gut.
And you know what? They only gave him 4 yards on that out to the midfield stripe. So
maybe his knee touched the ground.
Yeah, going to be 2nd down now and 6 as Gunter Thomas brings in the play for Pampa. As they'll put Owens now kind of out in the slot. Split eye formation for the Harvesters. As they'll hand off right side, and that's going to be left side to Caden Newton. And Newton's going to pick up another 2 yards, so that's going to bring up now 3rd down and about 4 for the first down.
Let's turn that camera on the field.
So, so now that is going to be, 3rd down and 4 now for the Harvesters. As that's going to be Connor McKinley.
Joseph Russell limping off the field.
Connor's a good kid. I know that kid. He does real well. Great kid. As Pampa now lines it up, they need 4 yards on this 3rd down.
Man.
As they hand off middle, right up the gut,
Looks
and
like
here they come, and I think they're right at the first down marker.
Yeah, I think the way where the ump's standing, I think he's right on the first down marker. Yep, they're moving the chains.
Yeah, that was a great job.
Beautiful.
So that is going to be a first down for the Harvesters.
That's good enough for another Harvester first down.
First down from Brandon Sellers, State Farm.
I want to thank him for sponsoring the first down as this is going to be 1st and 10 now for the Harvesters as they're going to hand off first man through, and it's not going to go anywhere, maybe a yard. They're keeping them honest because they've been real successful on the outside, but they're running that dive play to keep them honest.
What I'm really surprised at, watch Caprock, especially when we have split on each side. They're manning them up with no deep safety half.
Yeah.
Are they just saying to Pampa,
they've been running man
one-on-ones?
Yep, they've been manning up all night long. So,
well, if you keep holding like they've been, I guess I can see that.
So we've got we've got a second down now and 9 for the Harvesters. The ball right at the 44-yard line as they'll pitch it left side as it's going to go to Caden Newton. And Newton breaks the corner and picks up the first down, I think.
He did.
Yep. So nice job by Newton, scooting to the outside, picks up another first down for the Harvesters.
Yep, we got about 3:40 on the clock.
First down.
Pampa's driving.
Great job by the Harvesters as they're moving this ball down the field. If they can just eliminate the mistakes and get into the end zone, this should be a fun second half. As bringing the play in is going to be Cale Ruth, the senior, for the Pampa Harvesters, as the ball is going to be set right on the 34-yard line, as it's going to be Lopez underneath center with the split eye formation. It's going to send a man in motion to the left, and they're going to hand off right side, and there's running room up the middle as it's going to be Owens again as they trap it right side, fake the pitch left and trap it right, and Owens goes for a nice gain of about 7 yards out to the 27-yard line.
That really was a well-developed play.
That was a cool play.
That was. The hole was there.
Yep.
He ran, 3 or 4 yards before his first touch?
Yeah, that was a really cool play. So that's going to bring up now a second down, and we'll call it 4, maybe 3 for the first down, as Lopez goes back underneath center, split eye formation, as he's going to hand off, same play almost, and it's Owens breaking loose again, and he breaks 2 tackles, and he's going to pick up another 5-6 yards down to about the 21-yard line.
Harvester first down.
Another first down by Brandon Sellers State Farm.
So a first down play there as the Pampa Harvesters are on the move. Nice job here, just slowly moving this ball down the field. Boy, they don't have a lot of big plays, but they're coming at you, and you got to stop it. And Caprock has just not been able to do it so far in this series.
You know what? I'm really impressed by Coach White's change in the offense, how he mixed it up with the personnel he has now.
Underneath center goes Lopez, and he's going to be sacked as he tries to roll out. Somebody missed in the blocking assignment there as he is sacked back almost 12 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Oh, we got a flag down, though. Maybe we've got a savior here.
Oh, boy. Number 10, Mazel Ramirez came shooting through the line.
We have a Vallarta Mexican Bar and Grill flag. Let's see if it's in favor of the Harvesters or not, but it looks like they're pointing towards Pampa.
That flag has flavor, Mike.
Yeah, this flag may not have a lot of flavor. Let's see. Is it holding on the offense?
Ouch.
So
they're going to decline that.
Well, it depends if the sack was further than the yardage, which I think it was.
Nope, they're stepping it off.
Oh, they're calling that. Yep. Oh, yeah, they're stepping that off. So the ball all the way back to the 40-yard line, and the first down marker sitting up at the 11-yard line. No, they're going to take that ball back to the 45. Wow.
What?
So that's another holding penalty on Pampa. Backs them up to their own 45-yard or to the Caprock 45-yard line.
What are we at? First and 30. Second and 34?
Yeah, second and 34 is now your scenario for the Pampa Harvesters.
They've got to exploit this man.
Coming out in the problem is when he's dropped back to throw the ball, he hadn't had time to throw the ball.
True.
So that's where so we've got a timeout called here on the field. And I think, Troy, what you were talking about earlier is kind of interesting because they have been running man-to-man on all the defense here.
Yep.
It might be time, to see if we can't get one of our speedsters down the field and make a big play.
Yeah, he's stacking the box. This is an Extra Auto Center timeout. Find your next ride at Extra Auto Center.
So Extra Auto.
Take a timeout at Extra Auto Center.
You gotta.
Timeout.
Yep.
You buy Extra Auto Center.
665 Extra, where X marks the spot.
What? So
that became famous during the basketball season last year.
Yeah, it did. Jeff and all his crew out there at Extra Auto go by and if you need an automobile, it's a place to go here in Pampa. So, but you were right talking a little bit earlier about the man-to-man coverage. I think it might be time for Pampa to be able to see if they can send someone down the field and maybe hit someone on the fly out there.
Right. And,
if Phoenix has time to throw the ball,
well, that's the problem.
Yeah.
But he does when he rolls out. If we can get a clear rollout from him and get that one-on-one, but the problem is that I've been studying their corners on both sides, and they are holding.
Yeah.
They are holding.
Well, and it's one of those things where they're going to have to overcome that and get the ball down the field. As now, again, looking at a 2nd and 34, there is 2 minutes left in the half, so time is a consideration now with the ball being back close to midfield. So the Harvesters going to have to work this one out as they'll line it up on the Caprock 45 underneath center, pitch it right side, and play's not really going to go anywhere as they get it out to the outside. As that's going to be
loss of 2.
Yeah, Flores on the right side, and he had nowhere to go. And now we have another timeout.
This timeout brought to you by Extra Auto Center.
665 extra, where X marks the spot.
So that's going to be another timeout here. And Troy, Pampa's offense is not designed for the big play, the big comeback, the big chunk yardage plays. They're designed to line up, run over you, and you stop us and get down the field, in relative 6 to 10 yard chunks. That's really what they want to do. And so when they get backed up in this kind of a situation where it's now 3rd down and 34 or whatever it is, they're really not designed to do this.
But we know now that we have kids that can catch the ball. We saw Daniel's kid catch a 25-yarder earlier. We just got to isolate and get that one-on-one because there's no safety coverage. They're playing man, and they're putting 8 in the box.
Yeah, they're putting 8 in the box, and that's why they're getting such a big rush. But the problem, the other thing is I know Floyd White's thinking we don't want to make another mistake here and let them, get in for another score on a turnover. So he's real cautious with this. So it'll be interesting to see what he does now as this is going to be.
Because Pampa has been outplaying them.
Yep.
2 turnovers just hurt us.
Yep, 3rd and 34, split eye formation. See, they're going underneath center here. And no shotgun. They're just going to hand off left side. Out to the left side is going to be Hammond, and Hammond's going to pick up about maybe 5 yards on that play out to the 40. So they're going to stay conservative and not make mistakes. And I think that's what they're trying to do here. So they're going to punt this ball away.
I don't know, Mike. They got 1:41 left before half. You're sitting on their 40-yard line. Our defense has been playing spectacular.
Yeah,
Floyd White's got a tough decision to make here.
He calls, this is going to be.
But here's the caveat. You still need, 35 yards?
35 yards. So this is going to be another timeout.
This timeout brought to you by Extra Auto Center.
665 extra, where X marks the spot.
So we've got another timeout here, and you bring that up. I still feel like, Coach White is not wanting to make the big mistake and let them open up a lead here. So, whether he comes out in a punt formation or not, if it was me, I would punt this ball, being that it's 35 yards down the field or 30 yards down the field that you're going to need.
Little pooch punt. Let the defense take
and
us
let the defense
half.
go back into halftime. You've controlled the game and come out and you get the ball to start the half. So, don't do anything here that's going to create a problem. And I think that's the way Coach White's going to do this as they come out now, and that's going to be 1:41 now left in the 4th period of play. And I think they're going to punt this ball away is what they're going to do. And I think this is a smart move. I really do. I think this is a smart move.
Now, we don't know anything about our new punter.
Well, here's a drop
kick,
and he gets it away.
Perfect.
Nice kick. At least it's up in the air, gets away, and it's going to hit at about the 22, and it's going to be downed. It takes a Caprock bounce. He dropped the ball, lucky to get the kickoff.
Aiden Marquez was the one that downed that ball. Yeah, it did take a 3-yard bounce back towards Pampa.
So, and that's, actually that's about a 12-yard gain, net gain. Yardage is all that was. So maybe in the long run it would have been better to run a play. I don't know. But that's going to be now first down for the Caprock Longhorns.
We haven't really seen that deep threat capability out of Caprock yet.
They've got 3 out to the side, so it looks like they're going to throw this ball.
Yeah. I'm going to say this is the time we need to be looking for that long shot.
Carrasco standing to the left of Metlock as They got him out there. They're spreading the field out, sideline to sideline. Medlock drops back, throws it long, out wide, and it's going to be incomplete out at about the 40. And their passing game is not anywhere near what it was last year.
Yeah, last year was good. That was just a bad throw.
Yeah, they were trying to get that out on the left side to Alan Barker, and Barker could not bring that in as the ball was thrown short. That does stop the clock with 1:23 left. Ball sitting on the 27-yard line as they'll spread the field out, 2 to the right, 2 to the left, as Medlock drops back from his 22-yard line, lets it fly again, and this time it's going to be complete out to about the 43-yard line as that.
No, Cy LeBlanc came up with the stop.
LeBlanc came up with the stop as they got that out to Apodaca on the right side, so that's going to be a first down for Caprock, and they're trying to at least get in field goal range is what they're trying to do.
Clock sitting at 1:16.
So they'll line it up right at the 44-yard line. And it looks like that ball's going to be on the right hash mark, so they're going to put 2 out to the small side of the field, 2 out to the left, and here we go again as they're going to drop back and just try to sling this ball. As Matlock drops back, throws it long down the field, and this ball almost intercepted. But now they're going to call pass interference. Oh, my goodness. And I don't understand that call. I really don't. I mean, I try to be biased on this, but, there were 3 guys diving for that ball.
That is a terrible call.
So they're gonna call pass interference. Did he complete that pass? Because they're moving it down to where he completed it. His back was to us. I couldn't tell if he actually completed the pass. I just assumed the pass was not complete, but it may have been complete.
No, he caught that ball.
No, now they're backing him up. So I don't know if they're saying the ball. Hold on. Let's see.
Yeah.
I think they're going to. Okay, so it is an incomplete pass, so they're going to mark it 15 yards from where they were. So they were on the 45. That ball should go out to the 5, 10, 15, to about the 40 is where this ball should go.
And that wasn't a great throw by
no, the ball was up in the air.
Cameron Medlock.
It just sailed up in the air.
But how?
But this is not from where the penalty took place.
No.
This is from the line of scrimmage. So the ball should go to the 40. What are they doing here? This is not right.
I don't know. And when you had 2 defenders and the receiver converge on the ball at the same time, they called that pass.
That is a 15-yard penalty in high school football. So something's going on here.
Yeah, we need some explanation on this.
Yeah. I mean, they're marking it where the penalty took place like it was a professional play. I don't understand this at all.
Did we miss a rule change?
I don't know. That was exactly what I was just thinking. Have we missed a rule change that marks it where the ball is? Because that ball should be back at the 40-yard line on a 15-yard call. But Pampa's not arguing the call. So we're gonna get that. I'm gonna get that figured out at half here as
and this timeout brought to you by Extra Auto Center,
where X marks the spot.
So they mark this ball all the way down to the 20-yard line, as there is another timeout here. So Pampa trying to keep them out of the end zone. 53 seconds left, so they've got plenty of time to score.
Is that pro-style rules? What?
Man, I don't know.
What just happened there?
I don't know. I'm kind of confused there because that should not have been marked down to the 20 on
and they did
any
it
rule
from
that I
spot
know
of the foul,
Yeah, they
right?
did it at the spot of the foul. So I'm really confused there. So, anyways, they're going to drop back. It's going to be Metlock throwing it out to the left side. Overthrows his intended receiver. That was Barker out to the right side, and Barker can't reel that in as the ball over his head. So it's going to bring up now 2nd down and 10 from the 20. 19 actually is where they've got this thing spotted. So we'll get that rule change figured out here at half. I'm going to have to ask the coaches here what's going on there.
So we've got Caprock's entire coaching staff on the field. Oh, there they go. They're backing up.
So this is going to bring up now 2nd down and 10 from the Pampa Harvester 19-yard line as
he's going to throw it.
Medlock drops back, wants to throw it, does throw it right side, and it's going to be complete at the 5-yard line. as he got that out to Adrian Apodaca on the right side.
Stop the clock at 42 seconds.
As that is going to be another first down for the Caprock Longhorns. Man, I tell you what.
Now you're going to see.
This has been a crazy game so far.
They're going to run now.
They're going to line it up. They're going to still stretch the field out, as it's going to be Medlock standing in the shotgun formation. We'll hand it off to no, he's going to take off right side. He gets wrapped up and breaks the tackle into the end zone touchdown. They had him wrapped up for a loss, and he broke the tackle and squirted out to the left side and picked up a touchdown. Wow. Now, is there a flag on the field? There is a flag on the no. Is that a flag laying down there? Yeah, there is a flag on the field, so let's see what happens there.
One of Caprock players was driving his feet on a Pampa player into the ground.
I don't know if that's what this flag is about or what. Yeah, it is on Caprock.
Yeah,
so
should have.
This may call this touchdown back, and it is holding against Caprock. So that's going to back him up 10 yards, or at least it should be 10 yards.
Wait, is it pro style? Wait, what rules are we going by here?
I mean, I don't know here. So this is going to be a 10-yard backup to about the 20 is where this is going to go. I think.
Did we get a suspended NFL ref?
I don't know.
Who's making calls?
Is
out
Ed
there?
Hockley out there or something? Because I'm. Okay, so we're going to start over again as that touchdown is called back. As Medlock drops back, wants to throw it. He's going to throw it left side. It's going to be complete out to the 10. And nice job out there by Newton all over that play as they get it out on the right side to Daniel Ramirez. So it's going to be now second down and goal from the right on the 10-yard line for Caprock.
Daniel did a go and come back, and we hit him right at the 10, brought him back. Okay.
So now we have looks like another timeout.
That's good enough for another harvest.
Yep.
This timeout brought to you by Extra Auto Center.
665 extra, where X marks the spot.
So that's going to bring up another extra auto timeout. So, man, Pampa got fortunate on that call, on that holding call. Let's see if they can hold them out. They did. Second down, though, and they've got 4 seconds left. So this is going to be the last play of the half.
2 missed tackles. The guy reversed, went into the end zone, got called back. We've got 4 seconds left. We're on the 10-yard line, folks.
It's going to be
any better than this.
This is the play of the game so far, because if Pampa holds them and goes in only 8 down, having controlled the line of scrimmage, they've got a lot to look forward to in the second half. They go down by 2 touchdowns, it's going to really tag their momentum. So let's see if they can hold them. This is a huge defensive play for Pampa.
Caprock's going to run a fade to the corner. Here it's coming.
They've got some pretty tall receivers out there. Apodaca's pretty tall.
See that number 3? Well, let's see. Your far side receiver. What is that? 32?
Yep.
33?
Yep. So it's going to be.
Telling you, we're going to need a big play from Cairo Flores. Come on, buddy.
It's going to be Medlock standing back on the 15 in the shotgun formation, and now we've got problems again as the referee is. The Whitecaps trying to communicate with somebody about something going on the field. He's looking over at the Pampa sideline. And everybody's standing around looking at everybody, and nobody knows what's going on. So now the Whitecap, now he calls
There's
it.
The
okay.
whistle.
So Medlock standing back on the 15-yard line, 2 to the left, 2 to the right, drops back, throws the fade to the right side, and it's way incomplete. Didn't even have a chance.
Wow, who called that?
Wow. Yeah, but no time came off the clock.
That is physically impossible.
Yeah, no time came off the clock.
Snap of the ball.
Well, no.
Snap of the ball.
Yeah, but it happens because even on field goals and stuff, they don't run any time off the clock because the ball never went down to run. So they're going to keep it at 4 seconds left. They are going to kick a field goal. Yeah, so that's going to be a field goal now for a field goal attempt for Caprock.
Well, I hope he kicks.
This is
like
going to be
punts.
about a 22-yard field goal attempt. As the kick is blocked.
The kick is blocked. Recovered by Pampa.
Nice job by the
Okay.
Harvesters. So
Way
wow.
to go. Great momentum changers going into the half.
As that was Adrian Apodaca on the attempt, and it is blocked. Nice job by the Harvesters. They're down 8-0 going into the half. We'll be back.
Three. Go to three. Go to three.
Want to thank you for joining us on the broadcast tonight. I'm Mike Mitchell along with Troy Schwiegerath. We are at the half right now as the Pampa Harvesters trail by a score of 8-0. 10:32 now left before the second half kickoff. Hang on there with us, folks. We'll be back with some stats, and we'll recap the first half here shortly.
10 minutes.
Welcome to the Harvester Sports Network on your sports authority, KRXZ 103.3. Listen anywhere on the Pampa Radio app. Today's game broadcast sponsors include Brandon Sellers State Farm Insurance, Back to Activity Physical Therapy, Pampa Animal Hospital, Elite Eye Care, Insurica, Rick J. Harris Law Firm, Pampa Quick Wash, Vallarta's Mexican Bar and Grill, 1930 Pizzeria, Extra Auto Center, McGavick Auto Group, Resound Networks, and the Pampa Football Booster Club. And tonight's legacy sponsors, Hall's Heating and Air and Larry Baker Plumbing, Heating and Air. And now here's your mildly entertaining hosts of Offsides, Mike Mitchell and Troy Schwiegerath.
I want to thank you for joining us on the broadcast tonight as we have had some difficulties. I'm Mike Mitchell along with Troy Schwiegerath bringing all your play-by-play action as we knew we were going to experience some kind of technical difficulties getting this thing worked out as we've got some cameras that have to communicate with other cameras that have to communicate with other cameras, and that communication wasn't happening. So I think we've got that all worked out.
It did, and it all squared out. And to the 850 people that texted me, sorry that I didn't get back to you. Yes, we were aware of that, and I'm sorry that you had to look at me and Mike the whole time.
Yeah, the bright side was you got to look at me and you.
Yeah,
I mean, that's never a bad thing, you know. That's
lucky.
So
lucky.
Yep, for sure. So we've got about 3 minutes and 46 seconds for kickoff, and I kind of want to recap this first half, and then we'll go over some scores out of the other districts. But, Troy, this game has really been frustrating, and I say frustrating because Pampa is down 8-0, but really at least should be tied with this ball game and really should be ahead. They've moved the ball down the field, but just have not been able to capitalize on any mistakes. Caprock has done a good job not making the big mistake that Pampa has, as the only score in the game was a strip from Phoenix and a run back from about 40 yards for Caprock, which they converted the 2-point conversion on that. And also, I do want to clarify, we were confused why they gave them the ball at the 20-yard line down there when they called that an incomplete pass. The Whitecap came out and called that incomplete.
Was standing right there.
Called it incomplete. The side judge ran over and said, no, that was complete. And so the Whitecap turned the call over to a completion. So now we know why that ball.
So don't trust the guy who's standing right there.
I was like, this is not the NFL. It is not where that happened, because we were under the assumption that was an incomplete pass.
Yeah,
so
we thought they marked it from the spot of the ball. It didn't make any sense.
But the Pampa defense, let's talk about that for a second, Troy. I mean, the Pampa defense has played lights out tonight.
They have. And they played a really good game. They've had some solid tackling, a couple missing. They're gang tackling, and they're running everywhere. I've been impressed with them so far.
Yeah, they've done an excellent job. And so you want to go over some of the scores that we've got around the district?
If we're looking around the league, Hereford's up 21-6 over Borger. Roswell's up 20-10 over, Randall's up 20-10 over Roswell. Number 3, West Plains is up 21-14 of Wall. Number 21, Canyon's up 42-0 on Snyder. And then Plainview is behind 14-21 to Levelland.
Wow.
So those are little for the rest of the district. So.
Well, I grew up in Clovis, and Roswell was our big football rival over there for a long time. Just a little bit of note there. Back in 1983, Clovis played Roswell, and it was the very first game that ESPN, the very first high school game that ESPN put over the network, over the national network.
That's awesome.
And it was a great game. Clovis won that ball game, and it was a very anticipated because both teams ranked in the top 20 in the country at that time. So that was a fun game. I can remember that as a way back. So that was a fun one to go to.
So getting back to this game, actually, I've been impressed with Pampa. We've been able to drive the ball, and we've had 2 turnovers that have hurt us. And let's just call it sketchy.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where we talked to a few people down below that had a little bit better view than we did. They did not think that was a catch.
The people that were in the booth below us standing, they were like, that was not a catch.
And the Whitecap called that incomplete, and it's very rare for a Whitecap to call that incomplete. And
then let somebody overturn it.
Yeah, let somebody overturn it. Yeah, I turn it back on. I can't see. Pampa's coming out now for this second half, and let's talk about some of the things they're going to have to do. Yeah, Let's talk about some of the things they're going to have to do, Troy.
Well, they're not
here's
out
the
of
thing.
this game.
Caprock knows where Pampa's going. They know where they're going on offense. Pampa's still been moving the ball. It's going to be interesting to see if Floyd White throws a little bit of, a wrinkle into this offense.
Yeah, because we knew from the start of the game, man, they've been loading the box.
Yeah.
They're heavy up front, and they're manning on our outside receivers with no safety help.
Yep.
And so I'm hoping
maybe a screen,
coach is
pop
sitting
pass,
next to us,
tight end pop pass, something like that.
Yeah, and we've seen them attempt a couple times, and they got a holding call at that time, but. You got to isolate those wide receivers. Those kids got to get open. They're putting a man-on-man with no safety coverage over the top.
Yeah,
There's a chance. And if we can get a rollout and get him some time to get that ball downfield, we're looking at a big play. So we'll see what happens.
The good news is the Pampa Harvesters will be able to
a tight end straight stream
receive
coach.
for this second half. So they get the ball as it's going to be back to receive the ball. It's going to be Owens and I believe Newton back to receive.
4, yeah.
Yep. So let's see if Pampa can get the ball, head downfield, and tie this game up early and see if they can get a lead in this third quarter.
Yeah, Caprock has really not had any spectacular kicks yet.
The third quarter is brought to you by Pampa Quick Wash. As they sponsored this third quarter, I want to thank them for their sponsorship.
That was his best kick of the night.
There's going to be a reverse to Owens off the left side, and he's going to pick up 15, 20, 25, and dropped at about the 25 is where he's going to go. So that's about where they're going to start. So let's see if Pampa can get their motors running on offense here and pick up a few first downs and get the mojo going and get into the end zone. We are just at the beginning of the third period of play. Pampa Harvesters trail this ball game by a score of 8-0, have really controlled the line of scrimmage and have trailed. And you see that a lot in football sometimes. Sometimes it's a matter of just one or two mistakes.
Yep.
And that can kill you, and that's what's happened tonight so far.
Yeah.
So let's see if they can control those mistakes the second half.
We really have been outplaying them.
So it's going to be Lopez standing back on his own 20 in the shotgun formation as he'll hand off left side, and there's going to be about a 4-yard pickup out to the left side, as I think that was Owens on the left side. 4 yards. They're going to give him 5 yards almost on that. So
Quick
that's a nice
trap
pick.
up the middle.
Quick trap play off the left side. That's going to put the ball, nose of the ball, right on the 30-yard line, as they've got to get out to the 35. Done a pretty good job tonight mixing and matching up the shotgun and underneath center as they come out the second half for the first two plays in the shotgun. It's going to be Lopez standing at his own 25.
Still got 8 in the box.
As he'll keep it and tries to get forward and may get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's going to be about it.
Yard short.
As they fake that handoff to the right side, and then Lopez keeps it running left and just wasn't able to get through the traffic. So they did lose a yard on that. So this is going to be now third down and a long 7, really, for the first down for the Harvesters. They need to get out to about the 35-yard line as Austin Hunt brings in the play for the Harvesters. They'll come back out in the shotgun formation again as they'll send 2 out to the right, 1 out to the left. Spread it out a little bit this time.
Paxton Daniels
Sends a man in motion, and now we've got flags, and that was movement on the left side. That's, yep.
There's
Yep, out on the left side as there were men jumping all over the place out there.
There's a flag, Velajarte Mexican Bar and Grill.
As Adrian Hammond out on the left side
By Vallartes, Pampa.
jumps on that left side. So now it's going to be about a 11-yard play they're going to need for the first down. No blocking up the middle whatsoever as Lopez rolls out to the right side. And, I mean, the whole line just came blowing through. That's going to have to be worked on there because
that was a safety blitz, and that tackle came through.
yeah, the tackle and the safety both came scot-free right through the middle. I mean, it was not even touched. As Lopez tried to roll out to the right side, he had no time whatsoever to throw that ball. So Pampa's going to have to punt this thing away as It's going to be 4th down and 11 for the Harvesters.
Looks like they have Adrian Apodaca back.
So now we've got flags.
And
So let's see what this is about. And I think it's on Pampa, and it is. It's motion on Pampa. They're moving too quick. So, yep, you're exactly right. As that is Adrian Apodaca. Now he'll be standing back at about the midfield stripe in anticipation of this kick. Now the kick is going to be, gosh, punter's going to be standing back
5?
on the 5-yard line.
okay,
Can't
moved
get a
it up
number
7.
on that.
20.
So we need a big punt here. As this punt will be going into the wind as the kick is away, and it went off the side of his foot, and it hits at about the, I want to say the 26-yard line. So a net gain of 2 yards on that play, on that kick.
Number 25.
Wow. Yeah. So a net gain of 2 yards on the kick.
Our punter, Mario Lopez. Yeah.
So,
it's our
yeah,
kicker.
Lopez caught it off the side of his foot. And so not a very auspicious way to start this third period of play. Your third quarter sponsored by Pampa Quick Wash. As we are looking at a 1st and 10 for Caprock on the Pampa Harvester 27-yard line.
I probably go to Pampa Quick Wash, once a week?
Oh, I go 2 or 3 times. I live on a dirt road, so I'm out there all the time. Those guys know me by name. As Medlock drops
he's
back,
looking
wants to
for-
throw. He's got a
no.
wide open receiver at the 20. No one within 15 yards around him, and he runs into the end zone for a touchdown. And, oh, my goodness, there was some blown coverage there as he came across the middle. And Medlock had plenty of time to throw the ball, and it was a completion right at the 20. There probably wasn't a defender 15 yards around him.
No, Pampa had a deep safety that ran back with another receiver, and they ran that.
They both ran back with him.
They ran that receiver
the
under.
corner and the receiver, and the safety ran back with
Yep.
him, and nobody took the man over the middle.
They must play in thirds on that side, and they just caught him in a bad defense.
So it looks like they may actually try an extra point here, as they went for 2 on the first touchdown. Score now 14-0 in favor of Caprock as the kick is away, and it is
It's good.
So 15-0 is your score. As Pampa needed to come out and do some damage early, and again, mistakes.
Yep.
It's just mistakes as, they tried to get that ball down the field, couldn't get it anywhere, and then the punt off the side of the foot of the punter, and only gained 2 yards on that punt, and now Pampa's dug themselves in a hole, down 15-0, with 9:47 left in the third period of play here.
And if there's ever a time you need a good punt, it's when you're backed up on your your own end zone.
Yep, and actually the first punt would have got away, but they had a penalty on that created
it was an actually okay punt.
Yep, the bad punt. So here we go again, as now with 9:47 left, we've got Newton and I believe Owens back. We do, to receive the kick. 15-0 is your score in favor of the Caprock Longhorns. I'm Mike Mitchell, along with Troy Schwiegerath. Want to thank you for joining us tonight in the broadcast. As this has been kind of a frustrating game because Pampa has controlled the line of scrimmage so well in this game and played so well defensively. But that's the first defensive touchdown they've given up, and again, that was on a penalty where they, where Caprock started on the Pampa 25. So the kick is away. It's fielded at about the 10. They're going to run another reverse, and it's not going to go anywhere. As
down on the 15.
That's going to be down on the 15, is as far as that thing's going to get. And that's the bad thing about a reverse, man. It takes up so much time running east and west. You never get north and south.
Nope.
And so a lot of teams don't like to run that. But when it works, it's pretty.
Yep. Our live scoreboard is brought to you by Resound Networks tonight. Tonight's scores connected by Resound Networks.
And your third quarter is brought to you by Pampa Quick Wash. If you need a car wash, you know where to go, right there for Pampa Quick Wash.
Pampa Quick Wash. Third quarter shine comes from Pampa Quick Wash.
Wash away
Say
the
that
competition.
5 times fast, huh? Quick Wash, Quick Wash, Quick Wash.
So Pampa's going to line it up on their own 15-yard lines, deep in their own territory. They need a big play here. They need some mojo going their way as Lopez is going to go underneath center, single back set formation. They'll send a man in motion. And, again, it's a dive play up the middle and nothing going there with about a 1-yard carry, if that, to the line of scrimmage.
Interesting, Caprock's defense on that side. They played man on the corner, and they actually dropped a safety.
Well,
who was going to play that third.
They're sneaking up those safeties. Caprock is sneaking up the safeties, and I don't blame them because Pampa's not been able to throw the ball. So go man-to-man on those corners and sneak that safety up the middle, and you stop the run game, and that's exactly what their plan of attack has been. So it's going to be second down now and a long 10 for Pampa at their own 15-yard line as that last play didn't gain anything.
Yeah.
As they'll hand it off left side. And
They've
now we've got
9 in the box.
9 in the box, and here's a call left side. And just off the tackle, it's going to be about a 4-yard pickup out to about the 21. Now they actually gave him about 6 yards. So it's going to be third down now and about 4 for the first down. Now this is a big play here because Pampa doesn't want to be kicking back on their own 10 again.
I believe that was Jerry Owens.
Yeah, that was Owens on the carry. It sure was. So big play here for the Harvesters. The ball at the 20-yard line as it's going to be Lopez coming out underneath center. 2 in the backfield. He'll pitch it left side, see if they can get it to the outside as it's going to be close to a first down, but I don't think, they knocked him out. Yep. Well short of the, maybe they got the first. Maybe he did get the first. Yeah, it depends on where they mark him, but yeah. So nice job there as that was number 4, Newton, to the outside picking up. He's a pretty quick kid.
Yep.
He's got some speed getting out there, was able to turn the corner just enough to pick up the first down.
Caden Newton.
And I will tell you this much, Pampa has had a lot more success on the corners than they have up the middle so far tonight. So first down there for the that was a Brendan Sellers State Farm first down as this is going to be a first down call here, and they're going to run it up the middle. It's going to be Phoenix. Good. He's got the ball, almost breaks it loose.
He picked up about 3.
Dragged down for about 3, maybe 4-yard gain on that. They're going to give him 4 yards on almost 5 yards on that. Yeah, 4 yards. So this every down is just grinding it out for Pampa. They are just grinding out middle, and then a few outside plays. But it's just been, we're coming at you at the middle. You got to stop us, and that's why Caprock has been sneaking up these safeties.
Yeah, putting 9 in the box.
And that's exactly, they have no safety back. Their farthest man back is only 10 yards back. They have no safeties.
In the
pitch left side as this is going to be a nice pickup, 35-40.
And a flag.
And that's going to be, a flag. And that's going to be holding because the Whitecap threw that. So, yeah, that's frustrating.
Because that flag on the play.
That was Flores out to the left side picking up a first down, and that's going to come back.
That flag has flavor. Spotted flag. Spot by Vallarta Mexican Grill at 855 West Kings Mill.
Yep, Vallarta Mexican Grill sponsoring that flag as that's going to back up the Harvesters to the about the 22-yard line.
My wife actually ate there today.
Yeah, that
I love their
fajitas there. Their fajitas are amazing, and I love their queso. So now it's going to bring up a long second down and about 15 for the first down for the Harvesters. A ball at the 22. They're going to pitch it out right side. Here they come again. Same play that they picked up the first down on, but it's not going to get anywhere this time. And I say that maybe about a yard, 2 yards is all that's going to get.
Jaron Owens.
And this is the problem again. I was looking at that defense. Again, 9 loaded up in the box, and Pampa's trying to run on that 9-man defense loaded up in that box like that. And, generally your safety's 15 yards back at least. Their safety's creeping up to like 7 yards back. And because they're just not afraid of the pass right now. No. And so they're playing run. And as you can see, the ball is at the 25. The farthest man back is at the 32. And they're in a cover 2, but it's a very tight cover 2. Now they throw it long, and now they got a man open, and now there's a flag.
Okay, that
there
should
has
be
to
a
be
flag.
A flag.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, my goodness. As they were trying to get that out, that was a nice pass.
Defensive player, no look, hands to the face on our receiver.
Boy, the crowd is even upset on that one.
No look, hands to the face. Even my wife can call that pass interference.
They were trying to get that out to Botello out on the right side, and he came back for it, and he was hit well before that ball got to him.
Hands in the face.
And so they're not going to get the flag.
Wow.
I'm really shocked there was no call there.
On fourth.
So that's going to be fourth down now as we're going to punt the ball away from about the 12-yard line. Very unfortunate there as the kick is away. Nice kick this time. Ball's going to be fielded at about the 45-50, 45-40, 35 is where he's going to be run out of bounds as that was Apodaca again on the return. So he picks up 5, 10, 15, 20, about 21 yards on the return.
Tackle made by Kel Ruth.
And Floyd White is still upset. Now, there is a flag down here.
Oh, of course there is.
So let's see what's going on here. And a blindside block against Caprock. So that's going to back it up 15 yards. Now, that's a spot foul. So it's going to be backed up from the 39, 5, 10, 15. So it's going to go out to the 46-yard line of Caprock. So really about where he fielded the punt originally.
Wow.
They should put that ball right at the...
It's
put that ball at the 15.
One thing to get...
Ball to 50.
2 turnovers.
Looked like to me that should have been at the 46.
2 horrendous calls.
Now he moves it. I'm like, that ball should not have been at the 50, and they put it at the 45 right about where I thought they should have. So, man, this crew, they're something else.
Yeah.
He tried to put that ball at the 50, and they finally backed it up.
2 horrible calls.
So Medlock, standing down the shotgun formation, will sling it out on a little screen to the outside.
Nice
and that is
tackle.
going absolutely nowhere.
Aiden Hammond
all over the receiver.
5 yards in the backfield. Nice play, Aiden Hammond.
As they were trying to get that out to Barrow, and Barrow was slammed to the turf by Hammond. So good job there. It's going to bring up a second down now and about 14 for Caprock from their own 41-yard line as Medlock in the shotgun spreads it out, drops back, wants to throw,
There's
lets
your
it fly.
crossover, man.
And it's going to be incomplete. Nice job out there. As numbers are getting harder to see at night.
Nice play by Cairo Flores.
So Flores,
broke up that pass.
Flores almost intercepted that, came back for it and got his hands on it. And speaking of Harvester, look at that Harvester moon out there, man. It's just as blood red as it can be. As now that's going to bring up a third down and 14 for the Caprock Longhorns. They'll spread it back out again. Here they come. You know they're going to throw it as it's going to be Medlock dropping back out of the shotgun, looks around, throws it left side. It's going to be incomplete. He had an open receiver and overthrew him at midfield. So that's going to bring up a fourth down. Yep. So 3 quick pass plays, doesn't run much time off the clock, and bam, Pampa's going to get the ball back. And, man, it'd be nice to see a muffed punt here or something like that go on. See if we can.
Blocked.
Yeah, blocked punt is what I mean.
That was Caprock's third or fourth. So we have a fourth down, Pampa Animal Hospital. Fourth down goes to the dogs and cats at Pampa Animal Hospital.
So here's a kick. It's
I
away. I thought it was blocked for a
it.
second. Ball's fielded at about the 15. Run back to the 20, 25, 30, out to the 35, 40. And nice job there as the ball was dropped and picked up, and it kind of threw everybody out of sync. And
was that
nice
Hammond
return.
or Cade Newton?
I think that was Newton. That was I think it was 11, if I'm not mistaken. So that would have been Hammond.
That's Hammond.
So Hammond out to the left side. Picks up nice yardage for Pampa, so they're back in business again at their own 42-yard line. So let's see if they can move this ball down the field, get a score, and get back within striking range as they trail this ball game by a score of 15-0. 5:30 now left in the third period of play. As they'll come out in the shotgun formation, Lopez standing on his own 37-yard line will call the signals. He'll pitch it right side, and they're going to lose 3 on the pitch.
Caden Newton caught that, and the backfield was immediately covered up.
Again, Troy, that's those safeties coming up, man. Those safeties are coming up, and they are blitzing every time on that play, and it's like, Man, they're gonna, they threw the ball long and it kind of caught them off guard. And they're going to have to throw the ball a little bit more because these safeties are not scared of the pass, and they're just blitzing every play.
Yeah, they've got 9 in the box.
Yep, and the pitch is just not working because of that blitz.
You've got to do something with your wideout. I mean, he's playing man with no help on top.
Really no safety standing back again as they'll hand it off. Left side is going to be Hammond, and Hammond's going to work his way through the middle and pick up nice yardage out to about the 45.
About 6 yards, yeah.
So that's going to bring up a 3rd down now and a long 6 for the first down.
3rd and 6, yeah.
So let's see if they can come up with a play here to keep this drive alive.
Well, that is a beautiful moon, Mike.
And again, that ball sitting on the 46, the farthest back any safety is at the 45. So they're not even 10 yards back.
And he's creeping.
Yeah, and he's creeping to come up to stop the play. And here we go, run play again. And now we got a little bit of a
first down
of room here out to about the 47.
First down, Brandon Sellers, State Farm. First down and fully covered by Brandon Sellers, State Farm.
And that's going to be Owens out for that first down pickup. So good job by the Pampa Harvester offense there, picking up the first down as they are now in Caprock territory at the Caprock 47-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Harvesters. Lopez now underneath center with a split I formation. We'll hand it off right side, and we've got some more running room here for another 5 yards out to the right side. Good job there as the Pampa Harvesters, again, just picking it up. As that was Owens again on the right side, picking up another 5-6 yards off the right side. So they're going to place that ball now right at the Caprock 42-yard line.
This is pretty impressive because they're actually loading the box every play, and we're still picking up 5 yards.
Man, it is taking up chunks of time,
It
though.
is huge.
Man, it's taking up chunks of time.
Got 3 minutes and 7 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
And again, the safety's not even 10 yards back, creeping up again as here's another run play to the right side, but there is running room
That's
as
first
Owens
down.
Picking his way through again for another Brandon Sellers first down, as that's going to be out to about the 35-yard line is where they're going to mark this. Actually, the 34.
Protect the first down and what matters with Brandon Sellers State Farm.
So they've got a big pickup there for that first down.
Pampa's moving the ball.
1st and 10 for the Harvesters as Lopez will go underneath center. Split I formation. He'll hand off left side. This time it's Hammond off to the left side. Hammond started to break a tackle and then was shoestring tackled out at about the 31.
Oh, ref.
Still about 4 yards, though.
That line judge was standing on the 30 and then took a step back.
Yeah.
Hit.
So the 31-yard line is where they're going to spot this ball now. 2nd down and a long 4 for, well, we'll call it a long 6. Well, they only gave him about 3, didn't they? So it's almost 7 yards for that first down. Lopez underneath center. Split I formation again as he'll hand off up the middle. A little bit of running room there for Owens as he picks up close to the first down.
Nope.
He's going to be about maybe a half a yard short.
Yep.
Which is okay. I mean, with the way that they're moving the ball, that's okay. So 3rd down now and about a half a yard for the first down as the ball's at the 25. The nose of the ball's right on the 25. They got to get to the 25 and a half.
Jaron Owens that carried it that time.
So let's see if they can pick up a first down here and keep this ball moving. You know this is 4-down territory, even if they don't pick this up. So it's going to be Lopez underneath center as he'll hand off right side. There's a little bit of running room off the right side. That's going to be, I think, Owens again, and that's going to be a first down for the Harvesters, as that's another Brandon Sellers first down.
Yeah, that's impressive because Caprock does not have a person deeper than 5 yards.
They are not respecting the pass whatsoever at all. But, Pampa's still running at them. So
Caden Newton. Yeah.
Ball on the 21-yard line of Caprock.
Yeah, it's a first down.
Now they're looking at threatening
State
them.
Farm, first down.
as a split eye formation. And it's going to be Phoenix out to the right side is going to keep it and not
He
really
almost
pick up
pitched
much.
it,
He
didn't he,
almost
Mike?
did, and I'm glad he didn't
Right.
because that could have been disastrous.
He had a back on his
Yep.
right shoulder.
Yep.
He thought about it for 2 seconds and
He
then
still picked up
tucked
3
it.
yards on that,
Yeah.
though.
Yep.
So
That
that's
was
not too bad.
Smart play.
So it's
Smart
going to be
play.
second down now and about 7 as the ball is at the 18-yard line, 19-yard line. Split eye formation as the Harvesters will hand off right side, and this is stuffed for no losses. Both safeties came up and just crowded that line of scrimmage. Big third down coming your way as that's the end of the third period of play. Your Pampa Harvesters trail by a score of 15-0. And Troy, man, when you look at this game, Pampa Harvesters, again, moving the ball down the field pretty effortlessly, but then they get in these long third downs, and now they're in a 3rd down and 10. And, they're going to have to try to get a first down here. This is going to be 2-down territory, I would
It
think.
has to be. You can't, we're down 15 points and shoot. I would say if from the 30 on is 4th down for them. We've done a really good job defensively controlling them. And I would say, you think about this, and we just talked about that, they're loading the entire team in 5 yards. The box is full, and we're still gaining 3, 4, 5 yards per carry. So
that drive summary is
it's
brought to
working.
you by McGavick Auto Group. Want to thank them for sponsoring that drive so far, and hopefully this drive will end up in a touchdown. But they're gonna have to convert on a long 3rd down here.
Driven to win. This drive summary comes from McGavick Auto Group. I'd like to thank you for their sponsorship.
Well, this is it. This is it, folks. This is a 4th down. This is a 4th quarter, and so it's a long 3rd down here.
3rd and 11.
Pampa's going to need to come up with a big play here to see if probably one of the biggest plays of the game so far. At the end of that half, as they've got to see if they can get this ball down the field a little bit, as they are on the Caprock 22-yard line, but facing a long 3rd and 11.
They've got Paxton Daniels split out wide. He had a big catch earlier in the game.
Lopez in the shotgun formation, sends a man in motion, rolls to his right, throws it across the middle into the end zone,
there.
and it's caught for a touchdown.
Touchdown.
I believe that was caught. Yes, it was caught.
Touchdown.
That was a touchdown.
Pampa Harvesters.
Nice job as Lopez kind of floated out to his right side. Wasn't sure what he was going to do with it, and then caught the receiver in the end zone. And I think, if I'm not mistaken,
back to activity, physical therapy, touchdown.
if I'm not mistaken,
I might do that again.
And that right there was a back to activity, physical therapy, touchdown.
by Gunnar Thomas. I think it was Thomas that caught that in the end zone, if I'm not mistaken. It's hard to see the numbers. So now there's life. Pampa has life, facing a long 3rd down. Score time. Oh, and they dropped the ball going in for the 2-point conversion. They fumble the ball. So the score's going to remain 15-6. So we'll be back shortly. Your Pampa Harvesters trail this ball game 15-6.
This Harvester Sports Network broadcast is made possible by Pampa Radio and affiliates by Pampa Radio and supporting your Pampa Harvesters.
So the Pampa Harvesters finally get on the scoreboard with 11:54 left in the final period of play on about a 25-yard pass play.
By Phoenix Lopez, right?
Yep, Lopez into the corner of the end zone.
Rolled out, scot-free, had a
yep.
great pass.
But the key there was, Troy, he kind of floated out to the right side. He didn't really run out there. He kind of floated out there, but he had time to survey the field to throw it. And he hasn't had that much time tonight, so great job by the line there, giving him time to think where he needed to go, and once he did, he let it go.
Yeah, great pass and catch.
So the Insurica kickoff is away. I want to thank Insurica for sponsoring the kicks in this game as the kick is down to about the 15-yard line. It's going to be taken by Apodaca. He's going to go 20, 25, 30, 35, out to about, I don't know where they're going to mark him out because he's down on that sideline.
Like
I think about the 40. Yeah.
Caden Newton's limping off the field.
And we don't need Newton to be limping. We don't need any players to be limping, but you're right. Newton, who's returned some of the kicks tonight, not putting any pressure on that right leg, comes bouncing off the field. So now Pampa's got to be nice to get a 3 and out here and get this ball back, as they will have the wind going with them. So it's going to be Medlock standing back on his own 35. We'll hand it off right side.
Oh,
There's room.
shoot.
50, 45, 40. It's going to be Apodaca carrying it down to about the 25-yard line, down to the 20, and they finally break one. But, you know, that's the first long run all night long.
Yeah, that Pampa's given up.
Yep, the Pampa's given up, and actually that was Carrasco. Down to about the 19 of the Pampa Harvesters, and that's exactly what Pampa did not need right now, as they finally get the mojo back off that touchdown pass and then give up about a 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, about a 38-yard run from Carrasco. So Medlock now standing on the Pampa Harvester 15-yard line in the shotgun formation. Runs out to his left and lets it fly, and it's going to be complete.
Did he get
at
in?
about the 10 if they call him inbounds, and I think
Nope.
I think they called him out or he
Incomplete.
dropped it, one of the two.
Incomplete.
Yeah, he was juggling it. So Pampa's got to put up a stingy little defensive effort right here. Because I will tell you this much, the kicking game for Caprock has not just been overly impressive.
No.
Because from where it is right now, this would be a 40-yard field goal attempt, and I just don't think they can do that right now.
No,
so second down now and 10 for Caprock. Medlock standing back on his own 26-yard, or on the Pampa 26-yard line, hands it off at the middle. Carrasco picks his way through for about 3, maybe 4.
Tried to run a little trap play.
Yeah,
Pampa shut
catch
it
him
down.
off guard. So actually he picked up about 4 or 5 yards out to the, we're going to call it the 18 is where they've got that set.
Should be 3rd and 7, yeah.
So third down now and 7. This is a big play for the Pampa defense.
Yeah. This is 4th down territory. I don't think their kicker can
I don't think they kick it either, as they've got a man in the slot with no one on him. Out here on the left side, and I hope that they're not going to let that go. As now they run it, they're going to throw it out left side, and it's almost intercepted.
Nice job.
Nice job.
Gunter
Defensively.
Thomas.
Thomas saw him. Thomas was on him. It looked like he wasn't going to come up on him and guard him, and then he ran up and knocked the ball away just at the last second. So
Great play.
now what does Caprock do? Because they're looking at the ball is at the 18.
They're going for it. They don't have a kicker that can kick that
It's
far.
going to be interesting to see if they try to kick this or not, and I don't think they're going to.
Nope, they're going for it.
So here we go. This is a huge play for the Pampa defense.
Come
As
on,
they come
Pampa.
down in a 3-man front, they're going to play pass. As Carrasco stands back on his 23, drops back, left-handed thrower, goes to his left, is not going to find anything, throws it out. It's going to be complete at the 10 and down to the 5 as, man, he was wide open. The receiver was wide open. Just kind of rolled out there. That was Apodaca. Rolls out, nobody on him. And that's going to be a first down to about the 5-yard line of the Harvesters.
I think that was their slot that rolled out.
Yep. Apodaca rolls out to the left. So Carrasco now is going to hand it off, and this is going to be a touchdown. for the Caprock Longhorns, as just on that right side there, they handed it off, and squirting into the end zone was Apodaca for a touchdown. As now that's going to put 21 points on the board for Caprock, and let's see if they try to kick this or if they try to run the swinging gate, which is what they're looking at here.
Yeah, that's what they're set up to do.
And there should, yep, so now they're going to kick it as they move over and set it up. I don't understand why they do that, except for just to throw the defense off for when they do run the play.
Yeah.
So The snap is down, and the kick is up, and it is good. So they lead it by a score of 22-6. Pampa's got their work cut out for them, for sure. You know, Troy, and again, man, a lot of that is just those safeties coming up has really hurt Pampa on that. But you know.
Well, we have had a success.
Had success on the last
right?
one throwing the ball. So
and I want to take that back. But when you run every play and they're loading the box, even though we're picking up 3, 4, 5 yards of play, it smokes the clock.
Yeah, it does. And you know these drives that Pampa's taking, they're taking 7 and 8 minutes off the clock on these drives.
When you get behind, you got to be able to shift gears.
So now you're looking at 10:07 left on the clock. You're down by 2 touchdowns to get to tie this thing, and so it's going to be interesting to see if they open this up a little bit.
I was going to say, Coach White, we'll see if he opens this up.
Well, the good news is Newton was running off the field, barely putting any pressure. He's back out there, so that was quick.
The soccer injury.
Did they get a cortisone shot in there or something? He's not limping at all, so that's good news.
You got Jaron Owens back with Caden Newton.
Yep, and they've been the two that have been back there all night long. So Caprock sets it up at the 40, ready to let it fly as they lead this ball game 22-6 over the Harvesters, and the kick is away. It's a short dumper out to about the 35, and it's fair caught.
I don't know if I've ever seen that before.
Oh, yeah, that happens a lot,
with
actually.
The pooch
kick? Yeah, in high school. So anytime that these front guys that aren't designed to run the ball, they tell them to fair catch it because they don't want them hit and a fumble, you know, on that because they're not used to being hit with the ball. So pretty wise move there, as that was actually Botello out there who fair caught that ball. So the Pampa Harvesters are now set up on their own 35. Let's see what damage they can do with a little over 10 minutes left in the ball game. Lopez comes out in the shotgun formation, and he'll hand it off left side, and that's going to be Hammond bullying his way down to about the 39 for about a 3-yard pickup. And again, you know, we talked about this earlier, Troy. This offense is not designed for the big play and to move the ball down the field quickly.
Nope.
And here's your problem. You got under 10 minutes left, and, you know, they're running the ball. Now they've got to run a play in. They're taking their time, a lot of time here. And so this is going to be very difficult for Pampa to come back in this ball game.
Right. I'm more surprised they haven't taken a chance on this single man. Because they're putting everybody in the box.
Yeah, no one further than 7 yards back. Another handoff right side, and this is going to pick up another 3 yards. But see, here's a problem. It's going to run another minute off this clock, you know, by the time they get the play in and get this going. No hurry for Pampa, as that'll put the ball on about the 41-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down now and 6 for the Harvesters. And they're, taking a lot of time to get this play in. Clock now under 9 minutes as the ball on the 41-yard line. It's going to be a split-eye formation for Pampa as they'll line it up. And it's been about a minute come off of that clock since they've run that play. They're going to pitch it left side, and they are going to pick up the 1st down. Oh, man, as Newton out on the left side just gets hammered.
Well,
but he picks up that 1st down.
His ankle's fixed.
Yep, his ankle's fixed, and he picks up the 1st down. That's going to move the sticks, as that's another Brandon Sellers 1st down. So let's see if they can keep this momentum going as the ball's at the 49-yard line. So it's going to be
Harvester 1st down.
Yeah, another 1st down for the Harvesters. And they're going to hand it off. First man through, bullying his way through, and he's got some yardage. He's at the 45-40, down to about the 37. Nice job there. Almost broke that for a touchdown.
Maiden Campos.
So Campos just bullying his way through there. That was a great job.
And lost his shoe.
That's good enough for another Harvester 1st down.
So another 1st down for your Pampa Harvesters as the ball now spotted at the 33-yard line of the Caprock Longhorns. It's going to be Lopez underneath center, split I formation for Pampa. As they'll hand off right side, nothing doing there. They're going to lose 2, maybe 3 yards on that play.
76 from Caprock was 2 yards deep
he
in
is,
the backfield.
He's a tank. That guy's a tank.
That last first down was covered by Brandon Sellers, State Farm.
That's like running into a Coke machine, man. I mean, that 76, he's a stocky big dude, man, and he just blew that whole play
their whole
up.
line is 72, him, and the kid playing on the other side.
Yep, they got some big old boys there. So the ball now back at the 40-yard line. They're going to be looking at second down and about 13 for the first down. Underneath center is Lopez. He'll hand off first man through, and there's running room all the way up to about the 30. Nice job there. That first man through is working. As that's going to pick up about 8 or 9 yards.
That was Cy LeBlanc.
So LeBlanc picks up big yardage. And that's going to bring up now a third down and a long 4 for the first down for the Harvesters.
If you're going to play this style and this, you almost got to go no huddle.
Man,
right?
I mean, there's just a lot of time going into huddle and bringing the play in. And now he's audible and it's taking a little bit of time. But you're seeing Phoenix kind of get this thing worked out. Split I formation. Underneath center, they'll go. Again, first man through, and they're going to pick up the first down. And that's what that's designed to do, but it's still taking a lot of time off this clock. Tick, 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 tick. That clock is just ticking down.
Harvester, first down.
First down and fully covered by Brandon Sellers, State Farm.
6:34 now left in the game. Split I formation again for the Harvesters as Lopez goes underneath center. He'll hand off right side this time to Hammond, and Hammond kind of bulls his way through. He's going to pick up maybe a yard, but that's it. And now we got some extracurricular activity going on there. Ooh, be careful. No flags, though.
No flags. That was a little late.
Second down now and 9. We'll call it 9 for the Harvesters. As the ball is right on the 25-yard line. But, man, clock's ticking down to 5:49. Man, five minutes has almost gone off of this clock just on this drive. As there they go again, and it's going to be a handoff right side, picking his way through. Good yardage there for about another 9-yard gain. As
Hammond.
That's going to be, no, that wasn't
No,
Hammond.
I'm sorry,
that was,
it's Jaron Owens.
Yeah, that was Owens. So Owens on the pickup there for another 9. But again, that clock just keeps moving. And they're in no hurry to get this play in. As in comes a play for the Harvesters, down to 5:11 on the clock now as they'll line it up. Lopez is going to go back under center. They're going back to the wishbone formation. Now, I love this formation, though. As they'll pitch it right side, it's going to be Owens on the carry. He's going to cross the 20 out to about the 15.
Pick up a first down.
Yeah, he's going to be right at the first down marker. I think he got it, though. Let's see if they give it to him. They haven't given it. Yep, they give him the first down. So that's another Brandon Sellers first down.
That's good enough for another Harvester. First down.
First down and fully covered by Brandon Sellers, State Farm.
So the ball now at the 11-yard line as the Pampa Harvesters trying to get another score in before this game ends. 4:51 now on the clock as they line it up with a 1st and 10 from the 15 at Caprock. They'll pitch it left side. It's going to be Hammond. Hammond pitching his way through is not going to get very much. Maybe a yard and a half.
To the 13.
Yeah, it's about where they're going to mark him, it looks like. And they'll come back and they'll line it up. They'll huddle up and get the play in, as they need to get this play in quickly and get this thing moving. 4:21 now left on the clock. It's going to be second down. Well, they actually gave him about 3 yards on that carry. So second down and a long 7 for the Harvesters. They need to get down to about the 6-yard line for the first down. As Lopez keeps it, he's got running room, and he's down to about the 6-yard line. So he's going to be right at the first down marker. That was a nice little play there. as he faked that dive and then kept it and ran to the outside. And see, here's where that penalty just kills you in that first half. If they didn't have that, we'd be going in for the tying score here. You know, it's just the penalties have really hurt Pampa.
We're talking 4th and inches.
And not penalties, but mistakes. I mean, and it's just been, 4th and inches.
No, it's first down.
No, they did give him the first down.
Another Brandon Sellers State Farm first down.
So the Lopez is going to keep it right side, and he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown. So nice job there. 3:31 still left on the clock, as it's now 22-12, and you're going to assume they're going to go for 2 here. I would assume they would, as Lopez kept the ball and squirted out to the right side and was able to find a hole and get it into the end zone. So they're going to take a timeout and think about this. They're going to take a timeout. So the score now 22-12, and talking your way through this, that was a nice drive there. As
this timeout brought to you by Extra Auto Center.
665 extra, where X marks the spot.
So this is an extra auto timeout. And, the thing about it is here is if they get this too, they're going to have to play some stingy defense.
3 minutes left in the game. That puts us at a, 8-point difference, which onside kick, it's possible, but not in a slow-moving offense.
The problem with that drive is it took almost 6-7 minutes off the clock.
Yeah, and which is great. I'll tell you this, if we didn't have those 2 turnovers, we'd be right in this game.
Football is always ifs.
Yep.
It's always ifs. As that's your McGavick Auto Group drive summary there, as Lopez caps it off for a touchdown run. Now they are going to go for 2, so Lopez is going to be standing in the shotgun formation back on his 8-yard on the Caprock 8-yard line. So let's see if they can punch it in here. Make it 22-14 as Lopez keeps it, and he squirts through the middle, and he's just so not going to quite get there. It looked like he was going to be dropped for a loss, and he shook the tackle and kept going, but I don't think he got into the end zone.
Yeah, we'd like to thank our season sponsor, the Pampa Football Booster Club, backing the broadcast and the team, the Pampa Football Booster Club.
And we've got a player down. So your score now with 3:31 left in the game, 22-12 is your score. Man, that's tough because you're down.
Now
you're down
we're
by
2
10.
scores.
Yep. You're 2 scores down, and just have not been able to get those extra points in, and that's kind of hurt them as well. But you go back. Let's go back to that first quarter where Caprock stripped that ball and ran 40 yards in for the touchdown when Pampa was really on the move offensively. You take that touchdown away, and here we are, right in the game again. And it just seems like those small mistakes, have caught Pampa tonight.
Now, 2 fumbles, 2 turnovers, an iffy pass interference call. They called a catch. That hurt us.
Yep, down to the 20.
A couple of no calls.
Yeah,
really
we did have one bad no call that really hurt Pampa on the long pass play.
Interference was
you just have to overcome that. That's part of football. You're going to get some bad calls, and that's just part of it. Caprock's probably got a couple of bad calls their way, but it's one of those things where you've got 3:31 left in the game, and you're trailing by 10, and you're going to have to come up with something here. Now is the time for the turnover.
Yeah.
Pampa's not had a turnover all night.
No, they haven't.
They need that turnover now.
We do have a player down on the field, and it looks like medical staff's running out. Is that a Pampa player? I think
really
it
is a Pampa
see.
Player, yeah.
But he's been down for quite a bit, and he's got quite staff around him. So send your prayers for him now.
Trying to get in there. But let's take a quick break. We'll be back after this injury timeout. We'll be back after these messages.
This sack was brought to you by This Harvester Sports Network broadcast is made possible by Pampa Radio and its affiliates. Thank you for tuning in and supporting your Pampa Harvesters. This Harvester Sports Network broadcast is made possible by Pampa Radio and its affiliates. Thank you for tuning in and supporting your Pampa Harvesters.
Back once again, want to thank you for joining us in the broadcast. I'm Mike Mitchell along with Troy Schwiegerath as your Pampa Harvesters have just punched in another touchdown. Unfortunately, they're still down by 10 as we had a injury. And who'd you say that was? I think it was Lopez, wasn't it?
Phoenix Lopez. That is absolutely not the thing you
Boy,
wanted
that is
to hear.
tough. That is tough, and he is
First
putting
game.
no pressure whatsoever on that
No,
right
he's
foot.
hurt.
So that's going to hurt. That's going to hurt, as you know, and that always seems to happen. One of your star players gets hurt with 3 minutes left in the game. I mean, it's never at the front of the game. It's always right there at the end of the game.
Man, are you
That is going to be
kidding me?
tough. That is going to be tough. Hopefully, this won't be anything too serious, and he'll be back next week.
That looks
But I
serious,
guarantee you,
Mike.
the way he's walking off of that, he's
is-
not coming back this game.
There's no pressure on that foot whatsoever.
Yep, he's not doing well. And he was down on the field for a long time, too. So it's going to be next man up for the Pampa Harvesters as they will kick off from their own 40, trailing by 10 with 3:31 left in the game. Let's see if they can work some magic and get in this end zone again somehow. But they're going to have to play some stingy defense. And again, like we talked about earlier, we need a turnover now. Onside kick kind of goes right, and it's caught immediately as the ball never really hit the ground. And fielded right at the 48-yard line of Caprock. So they're going to have good field position.
Who is our backup quarterback, Mike?
That I don't know. So
I guess we're about to find out. Because I don't have one listed.
that's if we get the ball back.
That's true.
You know, that's the whole thing. You got 3:31 left, and it's going to be interesting to see who actually comes out in quarterbacks for Pampa. But let's take care of first things first. Let's get this ball back. 3-man front for the Harvesters as they're looking pass as it's going to be Medlock standing back on his own 40. Is going to hand off to Carrasco. Carrasco picking up yardage. He's got lots of yardage, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, and drug out of bounds at about the 25-yard line as he was able to skip outside. No containment on that right side, and that was a 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35-yard run for Carrasco out to the left side, and that's exactly what Pampa did not need. And Pampa looks a little tired, don't they?
They do. And that number 76 was the lead block on that.
Yep. He's been the tank tonight so far. So this is going to have to be a big stand here by Pampa. We need a turnover here as Medlock standing back on his 30 in the shotgun formation. Carrasco standing to his right. He's got one out to the left, one out to the right. Ball on the left hash mark. He's going to hand it off to Carrasco, and Carrasco's going to pick his way through for about 2 yards is all.
Yeah, he was immediately hit by a Mason Mitchell.
So good job by Mitchell. That's a cool last name, Mitchell.
Mitchell.
Yeah, I think that's a cool last name. By the way,
So
I'm Mike
cool.
Mitchell along with Troy Schwiegerath.
Broadcasting live on KRXZ.
KRXZ, your sports
Harvester
authority.
Sports Network and Facebook Live.
Well, we finally got our video problems worked out, and now things are running really smooth. but
You know what the
as
best
smooth
part
as
of
it
this?
can be.
My wife's complaining. Why do they keep putting the camera on your face?
Yeah,
That's a
well,
good question,
yeah.
honey.
Well, Troy's better looking than I am, so that's probably why.
No, it's both of us.
Here's a
good,
handoff
blown
again
up.
to Carrasco off the left side. He'll pick up another 2 yards, and that's it.
Jaron Owens for the tackle.
2:27 left in the game now, as this is going to be a big third down here to see what happens. As I don't think Pampa has any timeouts left. Somebody called a timeout, so this is going to be a extra auto timeout. As you know, this is a big call here. You're 3rd and 7. The ball's on the 22, Troy, and you know, if they stop them here, they're probably gonna get the ball back unless they go for it. Which this is probably 4 down territory, I would think. They don't really have much to lose here.
They have
this
nothing
deep
to lose. Yeah.
In Pampa territory. So, you know, you got to figure it's 2:23 left. Even if Pampa does stop them, they're only going to have about a minute 50, maybe a minute 10, depending on how that play works out, on those 2 plays work out, to get the ball down the field for a tying score.
Right. Find your next ride at Extra Auto Center.
Jeff Stevens and all the crew out there, if you need a car, make sure you go by and talk to Jeff.
Great
Tell him Mike
people.
Mitchell sent you over there and give you the best deal he can. He will.
Tell him Mikey Mike.
May charge you a little more if you tell him I sent him. I don't know.
Get a penalty.
So here we go. Big third down as Medlock standing back on the 25 is going to hand it off right side, and he's met immediately. Carrasco's met immediately for no gain.
Did you see they put 76 in motion as the lead blocker?
Yeah, they pulled him is what they did, and
Big kid.
Him and 78 are just 2 massive human beings. Those guys eat a lot of Big Macs, I can tell you right now, because those guys are just big dudes up front. Now this is going to bring up a 4th down, so Pampa did have timeouts. I call them here. It's going to be 4th down and about 6 for the first down, so they're going to get the ball back if they hold them here with more time than I originally just said. If they hold them here, they're going to get the ball back with about 2 minutes and 10 seconds left.
This timeout brought to you by Extra Auto Center.
665 extra, where X marks the spot.
So this timeout now, very crucial here that Pampa holds them on this 4th and 6. And I kind of feel like they're going to throw this ball. I don't feel like they have a lot to lose here, even though it'll stop the clock. It's going to stop anyways on the change of possession. So they're going to throw the ball here, be ready for a pass. I just don't see them running the ball here. So I think you're going to see a 3-man front from Pampa with an extra man out on the nickel, and that's exactly what they're doing. As it's going to be Carrasco. Sends a man in motion to the right side. He's going to pitch it out left side. They're going for it all in the touchdown in the corner, and it's going to be a penalty. It was incomplete, and they're going to call pass interference on Pampa.
That flag was brought to you by Vallarta Mexican Bar and Grill.
So Vallarta Mexican Bar and Grill penalty there is going to kill the Pampa Harvesters. That is going to kill them because
that flag did have flavor, didn't it? That was terrible.
It had bad flavor. Yeah, that's not good.
But Vallarta's good.
Yep, Vallarta sponsoring all the penalties tonight as 2 minutes and 12 seconds now left on the clock, but it's going to be 1st and goal for.
Yeah, I was going to say, what are they doing?
They're going to move it up to about the. So it'll be half the distance of the goal. So that's going to be the 6-yard line. That's where that's going to be. So 1st and goal for Caprock on the 6-yard line. Medlock has been in the shotgun all night long, hands it off, and Carrasco trips and falls, and there's nothing there. As they're going to lose about 3 yards on that play.
Yeah.
But the problem is
Romero Baca shot in there.
Yeah. Pampa's going to call, I think, their final timeout here.
I think what happened was there was a fumble mishap, and he was able to make it in.
This timeout brought to you by Extra Auto Center.
665 extra, where X marks the spot.
So I think that's Pampa's last time out. And now it looks like with a minute 53 left, it's going to be second down and goal from, looks like they spot that at about the 10-yard line is where they're going to spot this. So that penalty just killed Pampa, man. That just killed Pampa. They would have had well over 2 minutes to work with to get down the field for some sort of a tying score. As looks like now they're going to come out in the three-man front, I would think, again, because unless it'll be surprising to see if Carrasco just doesn't run this ball.
I feel like I have a seat in the Bills Stadium.
Yeah.
I have a column in my view in their new stadium.
Yeah. And, you know, speaking of stadium, Pampa has a beautiful stadium.
Yeah, this is great.
Really
stadium.
nice stadium.
Great press box, too.
So Medlock is going to keep it, run left side, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds at about the 9-yard line. But you know what? That's going to stop that clock.
Yeah.
Why are they running it out of bounds? That does not make any sense whatsoever.
Tackle made by Romero Baca.
Man, you got a minute 54 left, and you're on the 6-yard line.
And
you're
you
punching
run
it in. You're
bounds.
running out of bounds, man. That just no sense there.
Anywho.
I'm sure the coach probably told him to go down before he went out of bounds, but he didn't. So this is now going to bring up third down, right?
Yeah.
We had third down, yeah. So this is going to bring up a third down, and the clock stops. So Pampa may still get this ball back.
Third and goal.
Man, this is crazy. I cannot believe they ran out of bounds.
What's this flag down here on the field?
Maybe there is a flag. I don't know if they're running over. I don't know if the field judge is going to pick it up, and they are backing him up.
Okay.
So I think there was some movement is what it was. So that's going to keep it at second down, though. So Medlock, standing back on his 20 now, is going to throw it into the end zone, and it's going to be caught for a touchdown. As that was Apodaca diving for the catch just over the hands of the defender.
That was number 7, Adrian Apodaca. Yeah.
Yep. So Adrian,
a little bit of a push off there, but
yeah, that was a great catch, though. That was actually a great throw. You know, Medlock hasn't had a lot of great throws tonight, but that was a really nice throw, nice touch right over the defender. So that's going to be another touchdown for. Oh, is there a flag?
Flag on the play.
Yes.
Yep, they're backing him up.
Is it invisible? Because I don't see one on the ground.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
What was the call?
It's got to be it was probably movement. I would think it'd be movement because it's only a 5-yard penalty. So that's going to back him up to about the 20. So now Medlock's going to be standing back on his 25.
Well,
so they get
lost
a break.
4 seconds, yeah.
A minute 49 now left in the game. 3-man front for Pampa. As Medlock, standing back on his 25, is going to hand it off to Carrasco, and he's going to be hit for about a 3-yard gain, and that's going to be it. So now it's finally going to be fourth down. After about 7 plays, it's finally going to be fourth down. The problem is Pampa cannot stop this clock now. So a minute 29 left. So there's no
Pampa Animal Hospital.
So this is going to be a third down. Is it still third down? Yeah, it is still third down. I was thinking this would be fourth down. Oh, yeah, because of the penalty. Yep. So it's going to be third down. As the ball is at the 17-yard line. But here's the problem. Look at that clock, Troy. It's ticking down.
Tick, tick, tick.
And they're going to take all the time they can.
Yeah.
As they'll probably snap it just before. Man, look at that. They may even take the penalty here.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah. Yep, they do. They take the penalty. No, they call a timeout.
Caprock did, yeah.
Caprock calls a timeout. Man, I do not understand this Caprock series. They run out of bounds to stop the clock when you're with a minute 50 left and you're up 22-12. And then they have 2 penalties, and then they call a timeout. So that tells you one thing. They're not going to run the clock. They're not playing to run the clock out. They're playing to score another touchdown. Is what they're trying to do. And you know that in itself says something. But they're gonna try to punch this ball in the end zone, or they would not have called the timeout. They would have just taken the penalty for another 5 yards and let it go.
Yeah.
So that tells you that they're trying to put another touchdown on the board. They currently lead this game 22-12. 50 seconds now left in the game as Pampa comes back out, and here we go.
I got Twins right.
You're gonna see them throw this ball.
Yep.
You're right. They got Twins right out to the right. The ball's on the left hash mark. They stack them out to the right on the right side. They got 2 out to the left. They got 2 out to the right. They're trying to throw this ball.
Yep.
They're trying to score.
They got stacked in the other side of the field too. Yep, there it is. Nope.
And here's a run play up the middle with Carrasco to the right side, and he runs into the end zone untouched. So what they do is stretch the field and then run it off the right tackle. And there's your touchdown for Caprock. And that's why they called the timeout, folks, because they wanted another 6 on that board. 28-12 is now your score. 44 seconds left in the game. As it'll be interesting to see if they go for 2 here. And they run the swinging gate. Now they swing it back over to kick the extra point. As they line it up. And the kick, the snap is back, and it's down, and the kick is up, and it is good. So 44 seconds left in the ball game. Pampa trails it 29-12, so they're going to drop their home opener here, and this is kind of frustrating with as hard as they played, Troy.
Yeah.
Throughout this game, it's a lot of a few mistakes that really hurt them. I think mistakes accounted for about 14 points of that.
Yeah.
14 points of that of this game. And then of course a few penalties didn't go their way, but you got to overcome those. And so it's kind of frustrating because they were able to move this ball up and down the field. They were able to score.
The first maybe 3 quarters, they did a really good job of playing defense and offense.
Yeah.
But the problem is when you play this style of offense.
Yeah.
And you get down.
And that's the whole thing.
It's so hard to come back.
Pampa's offense is not designed to come back quickly, as it's a ground-oriented, pedestrian-type offense. I mean, they do throw the ball some, but majority of it is ground and pound, and that's what they do. And so, they came back, really had some time to come back, but just were not able to do it because of the penalties. And then when that happened, it put them in a hole, and they just haven't been able to dig themselves out of that hole. So now, with 44 seconds left.
And I know this is not a conference game or a district game.
It's a learning game for sure.
It is. And I think Coach would probably going to have more tricks up his sleeve and open up that offense a little bit more. But everything that we started with, we just lost our starting quarterback.
So next week, Pampa Harvesters go to Perryton, I believe. Is that right?
He's still on the...
Yeah, he's still down.
They got a boot on his ankle.
And the ball's going to be fielded at the 25 out to the 30, maybe 32-yard line, and that's where it's going to end there. So Pampa may get one more play off before this is over. So...
14. Yeah. Cruz Gardino.
And now we've got another player down, and this time it's a Caprock player that's down. And that's unfortunate to see with 30 seconds left in the game.
Oh, God.
For either team, it's just really frustrating as, back up in the booth here, you talk about some of these drives that have been happening, Troy, and what's going on with this, and, looking forward to next week. Pampa Harvesters have got to learn from this and see if they can turn some of these mistakes that they've made into a positive.
Yeah.
And realize, that they were in this ball game. They had plenty of potential to win this ball game, but just have not been able to capitalize on a lot of the plays that they needed to.
A couple turnovers hurt us, and hopefully they'll open it up a little bit next week, but we'll see. And you got to know we're away for the next 3 games.
Well, and I think a lot of that depends on, are you moving the ball on the ground? How's it going? Are you winning in the trenches? Is that all happening? And, so far that's been a good, it's been good for Pampa tonight, but I will tell you this much. Defensively, I think Pampa's played a pretty good ball game. I mean, they've given up 28 points, but really had some great defensive plays to keep them in this game. And Pampa's been in this ball game all the way up until the last few minutes.
That's an odd jog off the field for 25. Do you know?
Yep. So, man, he was down for a long time and then gets up and runs off the field.
Yeah.
So
that was Julian Mendez. Looks like he just had a bad calf cramp, basically.
All right. Well, let's see if Pampa has a 1st and 70 play here.
Well, we got 36 seconds
36
left.
seconds to get this into the end zone.
Who's in at quarterback?
Let's see.
You see that number? Is that 2?
And this is, and here we've got a low snap. Going to be handed off the right side. It's going to be Owens out to the right side. So I think, if I'm not mistaken,
Cruz?
It's Cruz, if I'm not
Cruz
mistaken.
Gardino. They've got him listed as a wide receiver in DB.
Is it Gardino that's out there? Yeah.
Yep.
And they're going to let that run, so that's going to do it. As the Pampa Harvesters drop their first game of the season by a score of 28-12, as they're not going to run another play. Can't really blame them. But, again, the frustrations of this game happen. You know, that's just part of this, Troy. But, you know, it seems like to me that even though that's been the case, I think that, you know, next week they can put a lot of learning into this game. You know?
Right.
And I think it's going to be interesting to see how they play against a good. Is it Perryton next week? They play next week. I'm pretty sure it is Perryton
I think
next
it's
week.
Perryton.
To check and see, but
and we beat them last year. We did see some good things, right? Tonight.
Yeah.
They controlled the line of scrimmage. They were able to drive the ball. I think defense for a few big plays did exceptionally well.
Yeah.
Now I don't know how good of a team Caprock is going to be this season. Preseason had them a rank of 732 in the state, so they were 3-7 last year. So it's hard to tell. Us with our quarterback going down is gigantic.
Yeah, that's really going to hurt,
especially in your first game. And you know what it's like. You go through 2-a-days beginning practice, and in your first game to lose your starting guy.
And already out there on crutches, so that's going to be a tough one. Let's look at some of the stats that made up this game because, you know, when you look at the overall first downs, Pampa had 19 first downs,
which is good.
Which is good. You know, they held Caprock to 9 first downs. They dominated the stats here. Total plays 67-36 in favor of Pampa. Rushing, our total yards pretty close, 245 to 241. I mean, that's pretty close there. The yards per play, though, the problem is Caprock averaged 6.8 yards per play.
Yeah.
You know, Pampa averaged 3.6 yards per play. And passing, Pampa had 110 yards to 41 yards for Pampa. So Caprock with 110 yards passing. They were 8 of 16 for passing. Pampa was really only 3 for 7 on passing, and I think that kind of hurt them a little bit.
Huge.
So that's part of the deal. Rushing, though, you know, Pampa was going to dominate that 200 yards versus only 135 yards rushing.
Yep.
So you know they had almost twice the plays, and they had almost 75 more yards rushing, but still dropped this ball game by 2 touchdowns. So
and against the team that stacked the box the entire time.
Exactly.
And so that's pretty impressive. They came up with 200.
And Pampa penalized 6 times for 51 yards versus 4 times for 30 yards. So that kind of hurt them a little bit.
Yep.
But here's the big thing. Pampa had 2 turnovers, and Caprock didn't have any turnovers. So, you know, that turnover is what kind of kills you when that happens.
Yep.
So.
That and that long catch they gave him that was called incomplete on the spot and then waved off by the judge.
Yeah, for sure.
That hurt because that really put him over the edge, and then it kind of just went downhill from there.
Yeah, for sure. So, well, let's talk a little bit about what's coming up this next week. We're going to have offsides next Friday morning.
Next Friday.
That's going to be, is that our first 10 o'clock game? Our first 10 o'clock
September,
broadcast?
yeah, it will be.
So it's going to be our
4th.
first, that's going to be our first 10 o'clock broadcast. Don't forget to catch that. You can catch that on 103.3, or you can catch it on the app as well, or on Facebook as well. So there's a lot of venues to catch that. It also is rerun Saturdays at noon as well.
Yep.
And then we'll be back again 6:45 next Friday for the next game. So a lot going on there, and let's just hope that Pampa can put this together. You know, look at these mistakes, put it together, and see if they can put in. You know, get a big victory next week.
Yeah, we did see some really good things tonight, which kind of,
It's
if you remember
encouraging.
last year, it was just like Max Neff. If Max can run it for us, then we're good. And we had that big explosive movement from him. This is a team effort, and I think he's done a really good job of putting that together. We had 200 yards of rushing tonight, and I like the formula. We just can't get behind.
Exactly. This is not a team built to gain a lot of yardage and big chunk plays. So they like to ground and pound, and that's what they do. So let's see if next week they can put that together. Well, Troy, first broadcast, we had a few mistakes, getting things together, but it all came together that second half anyways.
People don't realize when you come in here and you have 3 sheets of paper ahead of you, and every single little thing you have to mention something.
Yeah.
And tonight, I'd like to thank all of our sponsors for sticking with us and making this possible for us.
Yeah, we've had some great sponsors. If you want to run over those one more time before
Brandon
we
Sellers, State Farm Insurance, Back to Activity, Pampa Animal Hospital, Elite Eye Care, my man Insurica, Rick J. Harris, PC, Pampa Quickwires, Vallarta. I know you correct me every time. Vallarta.
Vallarta.
See, there's no I.
Yeah.
Mexican Bar Grill, 1930s Pizzeria, Extra Auto Center, McGavick Auto Group, Resound Networks, Pampa Football Booster Club, Hall's Heating and Air, and Larry Baker Plumbing and Heating and Air. Thank you so much for making this possible.
Great sponsorship. So we will see you next week, 6:45. Until then, have a great week.